What's going on, y'all? Welcome. As y'all know, I play music for the first 10 minutes or so. So bear with me. I forgot the name of that song I want to play. Hey, do my music sound low? Hey, do my music sound low? I ain't scared. I ain't gotta put me under. I know it sound low. My speaker all the way over here. What that? I'ma kill them all up when the yellow take go up. That's probably is that better? I'm getting it for the sad. Socks on the 3 on the won't leave the house without it. Everybody think they master P, they swear about it. Stick out pistol and they on the try. They gon' fall out in public. I got some niggas who are it. They had a murder up on me in front of my brother. I ain't scared, I ain't running, gotta put me on it. They had a saying, I ain't silent in front of his mom. What that?
I know you usually don't hear me talking, but I got a little game.
This is the last song. This is the last song. Dang, what's good?
Are you ready? When I think about you, I think about
giving myself to you. Cause you know I want you, babe. I would do anything.
I know you think the same thing, babe. So come and get it. Can't have my feelings, get it. I won't until we start over and finish it. It's all about my baby. I'm feeling for you, baby. High. I can't stop you, feel me right.
Yes, sir, Dane. What's good, bro? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I can't get enough of you. Appreciate you, Dane. Appreciate you. I can't get enough of you. All right. Good morning to every single body that's in here so far. Welcome back to another Elite Facts and Stats show. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. until. Appreciate every single body that's in here today. Appreciate every single body that's in here today. I'm blessed. I'm thankful to sit right here, in this chair again. Sit right here in this chair and be able to talk sports with you all. All right, and be able to talk sport. Hold on, I only got my head. I'm prepared and all type of shit. My bad, y'all. I can't get enough of you. All right. And be able to talk sports with you all. Again, obviously, we got a lot of things to talk about today. Not really a lot, but a couple of things to talk about today. And that's how we'll proceed. But as you see floating on the bottom of the screen, welcome to the best show in the world, Fact and Stats. If you don't know, I am truly grateful. I am your host. I have to say it's Ed Jr., Everett Jr., Ed, whatever you want to call me. But yeah, here nor there. If you are in here, which 18 of you all are so far, one thing that is really important, a couple of things that are really important for you all to do that can assist me is start with liking the video. This video has 3 likes so far, but 18 people in here. So if you are in here, can you hit that thumbs up button? That alone helps the algorithm out to have another person that's surfing on YouTube come in here and see, oh, hey, they talking about Saquon Barkley, or they talking about the NFL games this past weekend, or they talking about the NBA games. That can allow them to come in here. So greatly appreciate if you are in here. Make sure you all like the video. As far as commenting, I read all the comments. So if you want to interact with me, if you can't come on the stage and you got a question or you chime in on whatever we're talking about, feel free. Make sure you all comment. Also, sharing the show out. You can share the show out with one person, 2 people, 3 people. But I'm almost certain whoever you share it out to this morning, I'm pretty sure they'll come back Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, etc. That's the type of effect that Facts and Stats have on people. Been hosting this show every day for about to be the last 3 years. So about to be the last 3 years. Been hosting the show every day, about to be for the last 3 years. So yeah, thank y'all. I cannot continue to do what I do without you all. And also last but not least, make sure you all hit that subscribe button. We are sitting at 677 subscribers. If you are in here, you are not subscribed to the platform, please make sure you do subscribe. Big goals / dreams in 2025. That's got to be 2025, bro. Crazy. Big goals / dreams 2025. It's insane. Hold on. I'm responding to a troll real quick. Hold on. All right. Yeah, make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button as well. Greatly appreciate it. Also, there are 4 different ways you can extend your support for the platform. 4, and it's just extending your support. 2025, my year. I appreciate that, Dame. No bullshit. I definitely expect Facts and Stats to be bigger and better. Bigger and better 2025, 1,000%. 1,000%. So I can't wait. Definitely appreciate that, bro. But yeah, like I was saying, there are 4 different ways you can extend 3 to 4 different ways you can do things you can do to extend your support for the platform, which I would greatly appreciate, no matter the amount. But starting with memberships. If you are not a member of the Fact and Stats community on YouTube, you guys should become Fact and Stats members. We'll greatly appreciate if you all do. Have about 40 members so far. Shout out to Dame. Risha was good. Shout out to Dame, Agent Heaven Sent. That's just some of the few that I see to my right real quick. Justin Crummel. Shout out to them. To become a member, you do not have to be on your desktop. You don't have to be on a desktop, I meant. You can do it straight from your cellular device. All you gotta do is click the description in the on this YouTube video, and it will literally say become a member. You can just click that. It's 3 different levels you can join at: level 1, level 2, and level 3. All have the ability to send different customized emotes in the chat. I will have more by Friday for sure. All have the ability to set different customized emotes in the chat, like I was just saying. Some have the ability to watch videos early. Some have discounts on merchandise on the website. So again, feel free to check it out. Make sure y'all become a member. Shout out to Nana in the chat as well. Make sure y'all become a member. If you are in here, and you've been rocking with me for the last 3 years, 2 years, and you're not a member, that's wild. But being in here is still appreciated regardless. It's just extending your support. On top of that, you can send super chats and super stickers. The amount do not matter. I'll be grateful if it's $1. You can send $1. You can send $10 here if you put a lot of work. You can send $20 here if you put in a lot of work. Whatever you want to do is greatly appreciated. The Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok is at Fact and Stats _. As we go through different topics throughout the show today, I always have that on the back end for somebody that's randomly surfing on YouTube that don't know what Fact and Stats is and want to check out Fact and Stats on Twitter or want to follow Fact and Stats on Instagram and or TikTok. So that's why I have that. But yeah, it's Fact and Stats _ at Fact and Stats _ and I take clips from the show and or podcast episodes that I record and I distribute them to those platforms. Feel free to always check out the website as well. The website is factandstats.us, and we're actually about to approach 1,600 members in Playback. The Playback room grew pretty fast over the last year because when I shifted to Playback, about to be 2 years. When I shifted to Playback, I shifted from Spaces, and I used to start the space first. it and get like 100 some people and end it and get like 100 some people to then come over to playback. And that's what allows so many people to sign up to the playback room so fast. Now it's like steady, but we're about to hit 1,600 members. Playback is a platform that I have a partnership with that allows me to host a show there if I choose to do so. As of the last month and a half, 2 months, I shifted to YouTube, but we're still in there every single night watching NBA games together. I think the last game of the night tonight is, I want to say it's the Cavs versus somebody. The last game tonight, yeah, the Cavs and the Warriors. Cavs and the Warriors at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So that'll most likely be the game. That'll be the last game that we'll be watching tonight. Also, we'll have the Mavericks versus the Kings at that same start time as well. And Sixers versus Blazers. So whatever game is the best out of those three, we'll be watching the end of that game. But starting out at 10 o'clock hour, we're definitely be watching the Cavs and the Warriors. So yeah, Playback the platform that you all can easily sign up and join as. It's an app you can download. It don't cost no money. It don't cost no money to sign up and join the Fact and Stats Playback room. And it's sitting at 1,594 members. Let me flash it on the screen real quick for anybody that probably don't know what Playback is or what it looked like. So this is what the playback room looks like. 1,594 members. I'll hit add event, and I have already had the game scheduled for tonight. And yeah, that's how it will go. Anybody that watch soccer/football, is this game right here worth watching? Manchester United versus Newcastle. Is this game right here worth watching? Josh, good morning, brother. Is this game right here worth watching? Where's my football fans at? Where's Ryan at, man? I don't think nobody responded. We'll bypass that. 1,594 members, though. Make sure you all sign up and join the Fact and Stats Playback room and pull up tonight. Not really? Okay. And pull up tonight and watch some football with us. Fact and Stats Gambling Discord. If anybody in here gambles, feel free to join the Fact and Stats Gambling Discord. Haven't said it's a troll, bro. The Fact and Stats Gambling Discord. Feel free to join that. It's on the Fact and Stats YouTube page, Twitter page, Instagram page, whatever the case may be. And then last but not least, we're gonna start the show off with the same way every day. Same way every day with Who Sold Your Parlay? Quick segment. I had a nice little 4-leg joint. And I'm gonna start with me, to be honest. Bucky Irvin, bro. Bucky Irvin. Didn't get to the end zone. They got in the red zone numerous times. He had his chance. He had a couple of chances. Ultimately, he didn't score. It was disappointing for me. And then the other one was Devontae Adams. I think it was Devontae Adams. Yeah, Devontae Adams and Bucky Irvin, bro. So them two did me bad yesterday. Devontae Adams and Bucky Irvin. If anybody got sold last night or yesterday, period, over, type that in the chat. If not, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the games. If anybody got sold last night, type that in the chat. If not, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the games. Okay. All right. I don't think anybody is typing anything. I don't think anybody's typing anything. Next, Saquon Barkley, bro. Not even just Saquon, bro. All three running backs that went to different teams this past offseason, been having an amazing season, bro. Starting with Josh Jacobs. Risha, when you gonna come on the stage, Mo? I ain't hear you talk in a minute. Starting with Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs scored another touchdown last night. I think he actually set a record for the Packers. I didn't read the tweet. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong if you know it. I think he scored a touchdown like 7 or 8 straight games. And it was something that he set, some record that he set last night. I should have read the tweet when it popped up. I didn't read the tweet. Let me see if I can try to find it. Hold on. Let me see if I can try to find it. But shout out to Josh Jacobs either way, though. Phenomenal season he's been having for the Packers, although they lost that game, obviously. Too little, too late, I'll say, for them. for 7 straight games with a rushing touchdown. And I don't remember what it is. I can't find it. But 7 straight games with a rushing touchdown for Josh Jacobs. And then down to Derrick Henry. The season that he's been having for Baltimore has been insane. I think he did over 1,700 rushing yards right now. Endless touchdown. Been going stupid. And then last but not least, Saquon Barkley, bro. Saquon Barkley. 2,000 rushing yards. He is 101 yards away from potentially breaking a record that we don't know if he's going to go for. He basically leaving it in Nick's hands. You know, if Nick wants him to play, if Nick wants him to go for it, Nick wants the starters to play, they're going to play. If they opt to rest, which in most cases they most likely should and probably would do, they'll rest. But my quick question before we start with Saturday's games and work our way down, do anybody think Saquon 101 yards away? Do anybody in here think Saquon should go for the record, or should he keep it a team thing? Well, hold on. You say you don't bet. Hold on, y'all. Before we answer that question, we got a birthday inside of Facts and Stats today. It is Ari's birthday. Happy birthday, Ari. I'm wishing you nothing but peace, blessings, and love. Hope you have a great birthday today. Hopefully, whatever team you support for the playoffs, they do their thing. And just stay safe, smart, and blessed. You know, make sure you tell Ari happy birthday if y'all did not tell happy birthday yet via Twitter. If you got her phone number, whatever the case may be, appreciate you for supporting the platform, and just hope you have a great birthday today. And blessings on leveling up to another year, and have a great 2025. Great 2025. But what I was saying though, I'll be having to remember the YouTube comments are so delayed. But what I was saying though, is anybody in here 101 yards? Should Saquon go for the record or not? 101 yards. Should Saquon try to go for the record or not? Shaggy, Tween can answer as well.
It's a no for me.
No for you. Keep a team thing. I understand both sides, bro. One, I would like for him to get that record personally. If it's me, I'm going for it. Or whether it's first quarter, first half, you see how I will at least go first quarter, first half. You know what I'm saying? Like, see how the game is going, right? See if it's looking obtainable / reachable. If it's not, just pull them. Like, I'm at least going to give him a go. I'm gonna give him a couple of carries. For me, at least, I'm gonna give him a couple of carries. And if he bursting off for 20-yard runs, 25-yard runs, 15-yard runs, and it's really looking like he can get it, then like, why not? You know what I'm saying? At least give him a chance to get it versus just resting them and not playing them at all. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand the other side of it. Injury risk, and you need your O-line to block for him, and all, you know what I'm saying? Everything. Just everything. I understand it. I get it. And they don't have that. They're not going to be the 1 seed, so they're not getting that first round bye. So that matters too, right? But me personally, I'm going for it. I see Ryan Nana said they going for it. They got the Giants. Nana. Excuse me. Ryan Nana said they going for it. Sedaria said no. Shaggy said no. Twin, what you got to say about it?
Nah, I think they got to go for it. That's a historical season. We know all the numbers. You feel me? Niggas try to write him off. He got to go for it against his former team.
Oh, damn. I didn't even think of it like that.
You
Damn,
feel me?
against
Like,
his former team.
I'm trying to put up 150, get that. Yup, get it. You feel me?
Oh shit! I didn't even think of it like that. It's his former team. Yeah, you gotta go for it. Like, it's his former team. Like, you gotta give it a chance, bro. You gotta give him a chance. That'd be insane. That'd be some like insane record book type shit where you a team don't want to pay you. You ain't even want to leave. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to be there. You wanted to be a Giant. You wanted to finish your career there. It's a team that drafted you, whatever the case may be. You didn't want to leave. They opted to basically just let you go, pretty much. Go ahead, leave. You go to a divisional team in the Philadelphia Eagles, which is a smart team to go to, a great team to go to, offensively, defensively, offensive line play, whatever the case may be. And then you go on to rush for 2,000 yards. And then now you have the opportunity to break the rushing record that's been held for. How long has Eric had that record? Isn't it Eric Dickerson or something like that? How long has he had that record? I'm trying to find it. He had that record for 40 years. He turned 64 in September. He holds the single season rushing 40 years, bro. Hold on. Which continues to stand at the NFL. He did that in he did that in 1973. Wait, hold on. 1980. Oh, 1984. My goodness. That's been a record since 1984, bro. Yeah, I mean, you got to go for it. Chan said going for it. You too close now. He may never get this chance again. Facts. Agree. 1,000%. That's where I'm at with it, bro. I say they go for it. Why not? And we'll see what they decide to do ultimately, bro. Like I said, he put it in Nick's hands. One thing I've been liking about Saquon all year, he's not making it about him. Well, he's not making everything about him. And that's important. Obviously more team oriented because they all got bigger goals. And they should have bigger goals. They've been one of the better teams or best teams in the league so far. Jaja was good so far this season. So, yeah, I understand both sides. Me personally, I'm going for it. I know MVP talk has been solely Lamar and Allen, but if you break the record, you think Barkley gets MVP real conversation, I think you meant to say. I think you meant to say conversation. But, nah. I mean, we know what the award is, I mean, we know what the award is for the most part. I think it has been a quarterback for every year for like the past 10 years or something like that. So we know what the award is. I mean, I think he's just going to get a lot of respect, and a lot of praise. He already got that last night. Yesterday for 2K consideration. He already got that last night. I think MVP is definitely going down to Josh Allen or Lamar. And if I had to pick, it'd probably go Josh Allen. Somebody said I think it was Ryan Clark. Like Lamar already got 2. When they sit down and weigh it, they're gonna lean Josh because he don't got none. Josh had 1 and Lamar had 2. I almost can guarantee they'll probably get Lamar his 3rd one. But we'll see what happens, bro. I think both quarterbacks are deserving of it regardless. And I don't really think Saquon will get much consideration for it if he breaks the record. Obviously, offensive player of the year though. So that's a given. So that's all. Before we dive into the games from Saturday and work our way on down, first play breaks out for 95 yards. And if they can't risk an injury, they ain't got a first round bye. Yeah, I'm hipster, there is. They don't got the first round bye, so I understand. That's why I understand both sides. But I just feel like when you that close, that's why I said first half. I'm giving the first quarter, first half, and I'm looking at the carries that he's getting. I'm looking at the yards that he's getting. You know what I'm saying? And seeing if it's if that goal, if he can actually get the record. If he can't get 101 yards and it's looking like he's averaging like 3 yards per carry, or in the first half of the football game, he got 10 carries for 25 yards, I'm gonna just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just leave it alone. But I know for sure his teammates won't mind him getting it 1,000%. I know for sure his teammates will probably want him to probably break that record. But like I said, they also understand that they got bigger goals. And a record is not bigger than ultimately winning the Super Bowl. Facts, right? So as everybody gets started on the NFL Saturdays games and then work our way on down to Sunday. If you want to come to the stage, it is the pinned message in the comments. If you want to come to the stage, it is the pinned message in the YouTube comments. And we're gonna go ahead and do a full NFL weekend recap. As we get to the recap, make sure y'all like the video. If you are in here, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button for me, please. If you are in here and you are not a member, make sure y'all do become a member. The link to becoming a member is in the description on this video. So make sure you like the video. Make sure y'all do become a member if you are not a member yet. NFL Saturday. We had 3 games. 2 games really good in my opinion. Not really much to say about the first one. Just a blessing to the Patriots, really. To have your franchise quarterback and then on top of that get the number 1 draft pick, I mean, it's really a blessing. It's sort of kind of similar to what happened with the Jaguars a couple of years ago,
and $100 million in cap space.
and $100 million in cap space. My goodness, damn, y'all could turn y'all whole damn team around this offseason. They gonna give Lamar Offensive Player of the Year? No, I don't think so. I think Saquon getting it. I'm pretty sure Saquon's probably the favorite for that. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I think Saquon's pretty much the favorite for that. But where was I at? Oh yeah. You take a 47 beat down. It is what it is. You know, they don't really care to try to win ball games. It's good to see J.K. Dobbins return, though. He had 76 yards in his return coming off IR. Hold on, let me see. 76 yards on 19 carries. So that was a good thing to see. But as far as the Patriots stuff, I'm really not about to rap about this game. You have your quarterback of the future. Giants did some insane shit yesterday. You now got pick 1 in the draft, and now you have the flexibility to trade back in the draft to gain more assets, to build around what you're trying to do, going forward. Jaguars were in a situation like this a couple of years ago where they had their franchise quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, got pick 1, and isn't that when they picked Trayvon Walker, if I'm not mistaken? I think they picked Trayvon Walker, who has not been looking like a number 1 draft pick to start. But here no there, bro. Shout out to the Chargers. They're moved to 10-6. Look like they're going to be facing probably the Ravens in the playoffs. They got to travel to Baltimore, so we'll see how that game goes if it ends up staying like that. As far as the Patriots, number 1 draft pick, they all got nothing to do but to lose next week to the Bills, I want to say, who's resting their starters. And they'll be sort of kind of, they'll have the number 1 pick and they can choose whatever they want to do with it. They don't need a quarterback. It's been widely reported / expected for Shador and Cam Ward to be the first 2 picks of the draft. Obviously, teams will be trading up to try to get to that 1 spot. Giants, Raiders, as obviously the 2 favorites. But other quarterback needy teams or young quarterback needy teams are the Jets and Browns. So Giants, Raiders, Jets, Browns, Titans are the teams, in my opinion, that need a quarterback. I don't know if Shador or Cam is a team or quarterback that all 5 of those teams should try to really trade up for it, but I know those are the 2 quarterbacks that'll be selected first in the draft. And those are the 5 teams I can think off the top of my head that need quarterbacks. Obviously, you got some names that's probably going to be available this offseason, and Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers. I would not want Aaron Rodgers on my team, but yeah, those quarterbacks from a veteran standpoint, and Sam Darnold, he's not really a veteran, but sort of. Those quarterbacks will probably be the Kirk and Sam will probably be the 2 biggest names that'll be available this offseason. Now, obviously, Wes posed the question, or D-Mac, whoever it was, as far as what should the Vikings do. Sam bought his ass off last night. What should the Vikings do with JJ or Sam? I still think JJ is the guy, so Sam would definitely be a big name on the market. He'll probably be the biggest quarterback available, actually, this offseason, because I would rather go Sam Darnold than Kirk Cousins. So we'll see what they do at this moment. So we'll see what they do. Should have taken that bet with Ed. What bet? Oh, you talking about? Oh, you shoulda, woulda, coulda. You must be talking about my tanking thing that I said.
Yeah, the tanking team. Yeah. Who said that?
Jordan Wood said he should have taken it. He bluffing. But yeah, next game from NFL Saturday, we had who was the second game? We had Bengals versus Broncos. Bengals versus Broncos. I predicted the Bengals to win out a couple of weeks ago. Definitely predict them to win this game as well. I'm just always going to go with the better offensive. I'm gonna go with the better offensive players when big things are on the line. Let me put it like that. This was an overtime game though, so don't get me wrong. The Bengals very much so could have lost this game. The Bengals very much so could have lost this game. But the Broncos had to fight. The Broncos had to fight. Bo Nix delivered numerous great throws throughout this game, but he also had some bad ones in this game as well. He went 24 for 31 overall with 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. That interception he threw was nasty. Joe Burrow did 39 out of 49, completed 39 out of 49 passes, 412 yards, 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. His season been remarkable. He's been having one for the books for sure, from a Cincy perspective and quarterback period perspective. Chase Brown had 20 carries, 67 yards, but the story of this game offensively was T. Higgins. Really, T. Higgins and Chase, but T. Higgins. T. Higgins had 11 carry receptions, 131 yards, 3 touchdown catches, And he put on a hell of a performance, bro. So obviously the Bengals got some big things to do this offseason when it comes to Jamar Chase, who's likely the triple crown, needing to get paid. He will be the highest paid wide receiver in the league this offseason. And then you got T. Higgins, who's the guy who they got playing on a franchise tag right now, who needs to be paid. I don't think they'll want a franchise tag him for back-to-back years, who needs to be paid as well. So that's another thing that we have to monitor. But all in all, man, good win for the Bengals. They still need a lot to make the playoffs. They still got to win next week against the Steelers. Well, this Saturday against the Steelers. And then they still need the Broncos to lose to the Chiefs, who's not resting, who's not playing any starters. And then I think they need the Dolphins to lose as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it is. Anybody got anything to say about this game? Dame, Shaggy, anybody? Fact, like the video, y'all. Like the video. You know anybody that talk football, man? Tell me, come in here, man. And where's D-Mac at? Earth to D-Mac.
This game on Sean Payton and Bo Nix. Both
Nah, I think it's more on Sean Payton than Bo.
Nah, Bo got to be held accountable. Bo missed some daggers. Bo missed some shit that could have put the game away. He missed some dagger throws. But then, the last drive they had, Sean Payton, bro, at that point, tie ball game, all you need is a tie to win a game. Get a first down. He started calling conservative shit. Then you put Bo in the 3rd and 9, you don't convert, you punt the ball back. Game over. Go win the game. You was asking this man to win the game prior to that. Then when the last possession comes, you don't ask him to win the game. You being conservative. Nigga, go win the game, Sean Payton. He pissed me off. He sold my fucking money. Sean Payton sold me out of $25. I know it's only $25, but damn. Go win a damn ball game. Then Riley Moss. He sat white cornerback back 1,000 years. T. Higgins was getting that get back for Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Doing whatever he wants to that white boy.
It's just like, I don't know, because I mean, when both of them, both Chase and T going, bro, you kind of in a predicament, bro, and like it's not like PS2 could have swapped to T, even though T was going stupid. So it's like, because then Jamar probably would have started taking off even more. So it was just like,
but that's what I understand. They wasn't even giving the white boy help. At least double T and let PS2 cover him one-on-one. Like, what was they doing? What was the game plan? They killed everything they wanted to do. The Bengals had an answer for every coverage, bro. It was ridiculous.
That's almost the Bengals every week, though, since, like, shit, I don't know. When they clicking like this, bro, it's just that their defense is so bad. So.
Yo, Jordan Wood, what was the reason? I'm not going to lie. You got to drop nuts, bro. You got to drop nuts. You got to go for the win.
You got to go for 2.
I seen that. I'm like, what are they doing?
It's crazy because it looked like they was about to go for 2, and then he changed his mind.
He was about to go.
Yeah.
Like, he should have just went, bro. Like, come on, go win the goddamn ball game. Shit made no sense, bro.
Yeah, that was at 8. Yeah, it was 8 seconds left. Yeah, you gotta go for 2. Like,
gotta get it through. Mainly because even if you don't get it next week, the Chiefs not playing their starters anyway.
Exactly.
Like, come on, bro. What was the thought process behind that? Like,
you gotta go offense in that situation, bro, versus overtime. You never play for the overtime, bro, because anything can happen. It's a chance you're not even getting the ball first in overtime.
Exactly.
So you never. He said he didn't go for 2 because he knew a tie was just as beneficial for them as the win. But then, like in that same sentence, he said we had all the momentum on our side. So, like, it sounded like the nigga just really didn't he didn't know.
Him not going for 2. You asking too much out of your defense, bro.
Yeah,
the defense was doing their best. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
defense a goddamn break.
Yeah, like how you gonna say you got the momentum on your side, but in the same answer say a tie is just as beneficial, nigga? Like, which one is it? Like, 2 things don't go together, and you're not guaranteed to get the ball in overtime. I mean, I think they end up obviously doing so, but like you're not guaranteed.
How are you gonna say you got the momentum? If you got the momentum, go for the
2.
Go for
2, exactly.
Like what? You got the momentum. You thought you got the momentum. Go for 2.
Yeah, no, his answer was hilarious. Like
what the hell?
Yeah, funny guy.
That's funny.
They say anything about Chase Brown injury?
High ankle sprain, not too severe. He's going to try to. If I had to assume, he probably not gonna be good to go for a full game. You know what I'm saying? You can't take a week on that and then be able to play. but he's gonna try to recover on it throughout the week and then try to give it a go for this weekend. That was reported yesterday, so we'll see if that changes. But I'll be surprised if that nigga can go and play this weekend personally.
Yeah, I would be surprised too.
High ankle sprains ain't nothing to play with. So yeah, all in all, shout out to the Bengals, man. Tough win. I think this is the type of time in the season where you think about some of the losses that you took to some of the teams. Think about it. They got a loss to the team that got the first pick in the draft. It's wild. Like, bad loss to the Patriots, bruh. They lost to the freaking Commanders this year. Who's in my opinion, they have a really good quarterback. So, on a week-to-week basis, they can probably win some ball games. But that Patriots game, bro, look no further than that game right there, bro. That Patriots game is really the one that come back and bit them in the ass.
Tell me September football don't matter, bro. So it's okay.
That week 1 game, bro. I know it's week 1. I get it.
With an LC come back 5K.
Yeah, they started off 1-4, bro.
Playoffs,
They can't be mad at nobody but themselves, bro. They started off 1-4, bro. 1-4, bro.
Shout out T. Higgins. Started the year off slow, getting injured. Contract year. He gonna finesse somebody in the offseason. I hope it ain't my team, but I pray to God it ain't my team that getting scammed. But yeah, hope we get what he's looking for. Not from the Patriots.
It's so you know what? I can't wait till he signs because he really gonna be better than the wide receivers you'd be jazzing up.
I don't care. I'm not giving him what he want. He can come for a cool 25 mil. 30, 31? Nah, I'm good.
Nah, 25 cool is crazy, bro. T should be over 25, bro.
What are you talking about? Devontae Smith was like a 26, 27.
It isn't he not too far from this person that I'm about to name. Isn't Ayuk at like 30, 31? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give him 20. He's
never put up Brandon Ayuk production. Ever.
I can give T. I'm not giving T. Higgins 25 is crazy, bro. T. Higgins
never put up Brandon Ayuk production. He misses 5 games a year.
T can get 28, 29, bro. He can get that.
You could not get over 25 if you're not consistently 1K plus, about 7 tubbies, and you missing 5 games average. He's averaging 5 games.
You pay that.
Not happening. You cook, bro.
BJ, you in a blender, bro. You in a blender, bro. My goodness. You pay him off of what he's going to bring to your team and do on your team. Not what he did throughout his career in Cincy. Still young, talented wide receiver, good hands.
I pay him. I'm not paying you to miss 5 games a year. I'm not doing that. I'm paying you to be on the field. No. Hell no, I'm good.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know. 25 mil is a little low. That's a low ball, bro.
No, it's not.
He not getting 25 mil, bro.
This what I'm not understanding. You acting like this guy has some crazy production.
No, but 25 mil is low though. He's not going for it. But let me put up the wide receiver. Let me put up the contract. I need to find a way to let me put up these contracts. How can I NFL contract? Can you do it by position?
I'm looking at it right now. Jetta's 35, CD 34, AJ 32, Amon-Ra 30, Tyreek 30, Ayuk 30, Waddle 28, Tay Adams 28, DJ Moore 27, Cooper Kupp 26, Smitty 25, Nico Collins 24, DK 24. Bro, what are you talking about?
When did Nico get paid? Nico didn't get paid this offseason, though.
Yes, he did.
Nico got paid this offseason?
Yes, they extended him 3 years.
Nico's at 24.
And he's not on the field more than none of those guys I just named outside of Cooper Kupp. He's probably playing, him and Cooper Kupp probably playing the same amount of games. But everybody else, he's not on the field more than them.
Yeah, I'm definitely not giving him 30.
Like, that's ridiculous, bro. He's literally not on
the
field.
He's not a $30 million wide receiver. 1,000%.
He's not 28 either. He's not 28 either.
But yo, Shaggy, how about situation though?
He's got a number 2 his whole career. Aside from 1 year though.
The Texans gave Nico a good contract. That's a good contract.
Y'all believe it. That's y'all problem. Y'all believe in overpaying players, bro. I'm good. You missing too many games, bro.
I don't think 25 is realistic, though. I don't think he's getting 25. 25 is the range with Smitty and Kupp, right?
Yeah, Smitty, Kupp. Yep.
He's getting more than Ridley for sure. Who's at 23? He getting more than 27. I can get with this one. You see this? This little DJ Moore 27, 28. Okay, that's where I'm okay with. Did
you see the year DJ Moore had?
Yeah, no, that's good money for DJ Moore.
And do you see why you keep hold up? Why you keep ignoring the part that he's not on the field more than these players? Why you keep ignoring that?
Bro, I don't think him not being on the field is gonna make him get $25 million to you.
Yes, it is. I promise you that will be a part of it. That will be a part of the negotiation, bro.
So you think so what do you think he's going to sign for? You think he'll get overpaid?
No, I think he's going to for sure get overpaid. It's the NFL.
At what number?
He's gonna get overpaid for sure.
At what number?
And the Patriots might do it. The Patriots are willing to offer. The Patriots are offering fucking Calvin Ridley $29 million.
At what number?
You gonna get 29-30.
Exactly, bro.
And,
I don't think he'll get 30. He shouldn't get 30.
No, but you're right. It's going to instantly become the worst contract in the league for wide receivers. It's gonna be the worst one.
It's not worse. It's not gonna be worse than Brandon Ayuk, bro.
I was just about to say Brandon Ayuk exists. My dog, BJ.
And I promise you, T. Higgins.
Hold on. This one I'm not understanding. Y'all realize Brandon Ayuk, 2022, 1K, 8 tubbies. 2023, 1,300, 7 tubbies. Being third, fourth option on the team. How is that on overpay?
But I'm telling you,
come on, bro.
What are you talking about?
You smarter than that, bro.
How was that overpay?
Not the fourth option.
And he was.
He was not. He was not an option below Kittle. That's not real.
Yeah, you got once you factor in all injuries, you're right. But he's on the field more than T. Higgins outside of this year. Towards ACL.
Yeah, I'm with you on the games played.
Y'all believe in overpaying players, not me. I'm not overpaying the niggas.
Nah, it's not even believing that overpaying. It's just understanding the market and understanding that a team.
Hold on, what do you think the market is?
I'm saying the market, like the marketplace, the wide receiver market, and understanding that teams that don't have a number one, maybe nor number two, and feel like obviously we know he's a really quality number two, and some teams feel like he can be a number one. I think teams would spend that premium for him. Do I agree with it? No. I would have him around. I probably wouldn't 25 to 27. I would try to keep it there.
Hold up, so you agree with me? Okay, you agree with me. I say I'm not going over 27 because once you gotta realize, look at it like this. Once he get that. If he get overpaid, Terry McLaurin on the phone with his agent. Terry McLaurin's at 23 a year. He's on the phone with his agent ASAP. You see what he just got? Yeah, I need this. He's on the phone with his agent off rip.
Yeah. JB, he would be really damn good on the Commanders, bro. I ain't gonna lie. T and Terry with JD, I like it. I'm a fan of it.
They got bigger problems. They don't need a wide receiver. They got bigger problems with wide receiver.
No, 1,000%. What team y'all think will go after him? Patriots, Panthers, Commanders. That's 3 off the top of my head. I don't know. I'll probably stop there. Yeah, I'll probably stop right there. And then obviously I think he's gonna get in talk. I think he's gonna get in serious talks with the Bengals this offseason. I think they're gonna make some progress this offseason.
Hell no.
I think they're gonna make some progress.
Bro. The Bengals have no shot. They cannot compete with the Patriots, bro. I promise you, the Patriots gonna overpay them.
Yeah. But if I'm the Bengals, bro, respectfully, I get what it looks like on the field, but you got too much going on the other side of the ball to even prioritize or even have two wide receivers getting that amount of money and not have no real impact players on the defensive side of the ball. That's where I'm at.
That's why it was never realistic, bro. They about to have Joe Burrow highest paid and most likely Jamar Chase highest paid, if not the same with Jetta's got. You just can't pay your wide receiver to, the price he want. Like, it's just not possible, bro. With, like you said, with having other problems. So it's just not possible. Like the Patriots, we can get away with it.
Shaggy, he having a crazy year.
Who?
T. He's played 11 games. He has 10 touchdowns.
Yeah. That
crazy year, bro.
That last game just went crazy.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns in that last game.
Yeah,
Tony, are you a Bengals fan?
They not competing with us. You know, Drake May gonna turn him
You
into
think
a
The
y'all
Chargers,
throw him
Arizona. Yeah,
27?
that's a good one.
You think y'all throw him 27?
Who?
Patriots.
Bro, they gonna throw him 30. Bro, they was offering Calvin Ridley in the offseason 29.
Oh damn.
They gonna throw him a bag,
We
bro.
got 45 people in here. Y'all can't help me out with the algorithm. Y'all can like this video. There's 45 people in here with 16 likes. If you're in here, y'all don't forget to like the video. Just hit that thumbs up button. Also, share the show out with one person. I let it talk football or NBA. And if you want to come to the stage, feel free to come to the stage. It's an open platform for anybody to come in here and speak their mind. And I really appreciate that. Antonio, did we go to high school together? I know that's a random question.
Another sneaky
I don't know if
team,
you're my
though.
man or not.
Another sneaky team. The Bills. You know what I mean? The Bills might, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Bills might jump out there.
The Bills might be on
While
some sneaky shit.
while we're at it, happy birthday to Miss NFL, Miss Facts and Stats NFL. However it goes, but happy birthday to her as well. So yeah.
Facts. Gave her that shout out. Hopefully she's still in here so she can hear you say give her a shout out as well. It'll be worth it for y'all if y'all stay healthy, Shaggy. They're throwing that man 30. Is there a cheap caliber in the draft? Probably not. Okay, I was wondering if you were somebody that I knew, my man Antonio from high school. My bad. Appreciate you tapping in though. I think is he saying probably not to me about the high school thing?
No. Yeah, it'd be worth it if you stay healthy, Jaja, but that guy can't stay healthy for shit.
Appreciate y'all for liking the video. We jumped up to like 23 likes. Thank y'all. Don't forget, if you are in here, y'all do not forget to like the video. Also, if you are in here, before we get to the third game of Saturday, I'm sorry. If you are in here, you are not a member yet. You make sure you all do become a member of the Fact That's community on the YouTube side of things. If you see anybody named that is green in the chat, they are members. They have the ability to send customized emotes in the chat. There's 3 different levels you can join as: level 1, level 2, or level 3. So make sure y'all do become a member. And also, you can extend your support by sending super chats and or super stickers as well to the platform. All extended support is greatly appreciated. We had one more, and that was the best game on Saturday, by the way. We had one more game on Saturday where the Rams got the win over the Cardinals, 13-9. I actually watched more of this game. This is one of the more Cardinal games that I watched this year. Shout out to Trey McBride. Finally got into the end zone. And then I also want to give Marvin Harrison a shout out too. I don't know his number off the top of my head, but I think it was like 6 catches, probably like 90-something yards. Yeah, 6 for 96. Trey was 12 for 123. Both of those guys were really good offensively, personally, for me. The game ended with Kyler Murray throwing an interception. I think he threw the ball to Trey a little bit too early. Trey didn't turn around quick enough. Tip ball ended up being a pick. In reality, I saw a clip on Twitter. If he would have looked at least to Marvin Harrison, Marv was coming on the drag over the middle of the field, middle of the end zone, and he would have been open if Kyler put it in the right spot. But he didn't even look at Marv. He was going to Trey the whole way. I think he threw it a little too early. Ended up being an interception. James Conner got hurt in this one. He did not return.
They telling me it's us though,
man. Throw that ball early, bro.
They telling me it's us though, man. It's us.
I ain't hear both of y'all. What y'all say?
I said they telling me it's us though, man.
I said Trey McBride got to get his head around.
Kyler just got.
Was Kyler under pressure on that clip? I don't remember. Was Kyler under pressure?
Gunslinging. Threw that ball super hard too, bro. Like, my gosh.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, he definitely threw that bitch hard as fuck, though.
Subscribe to his Twitch. Subscribe to his Twitch, though. Like,
nigga.
Great guy.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if he was under.
People gonna chime in on this game. I'm just saying, bad loss for my Broncos. Back to back. We're still in control of our destiny, though, man. Gotta go handle the Chiefs this week.
Now you can get a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway sales event. Make your next getaway your best one yet. Get 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai.
That's somebody background?
Yeah, somebody's playing an ad.
Yeah, y'all hear that? Am I tripping? Yeah, I hear that. My bad. I think it was me.
Yeah, it was. It was on ESPN
Yeah,
shit.
I
It's
feel
playing at
like
the
I'm
bottom
mad.
right.
All right, we good. Yeah, you said bad loss for the Broncos. Yeah, I still got the ability to control, whatever the case, control your own
Yeah,
destiny.
we're still in control
Yeah,
of our destiny. We just gotta go win this week. But yeah, bad loss, man. Tough. You just we were in control of our season. But young team, we'll learn from it. And we'll get in the playoffs.
it didn't get stepped on.
Bro.
Nigga, I'm hearing y'all might duck the division. So you can have an easier pass. So
You're,
relax.
I don't know why you're
Nah,
hearing
I'm hearing
foolishness
y'all
like
might
that.
duck the division.
I
So
don't know
y'all
why
have
you're
an
hearing
easier
foolishness like
pass.
that. The spread for the game is -18. We're about to beat this shit out the Browns. Like, I don't know why you're hearing anything like that. We're going to win the division. We want to win the division. We want that first home playoff game, bro. So who even bring that in your head?
I'm
Why would
hearing
we
y'all
lose on
might duck
purpose
it.
just to play the Texans or whoever it is?
Yeah,
To
y'all might
no,
duck
no,
it. So
no.
y'all
We
have
have
an
to play the
easier
Chiefs and
pass.
or Bills regardless, bro. So
Yeah.
No.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah. Bet your money. Bet your money.
This nigga
Guess
said.
what? Beat them in the AFC Championship. Came back. Beat a weak one. Don't care.
Okay.
well,
Do you like
bro,
the Bills? Because they're gonna lose to the Bills
Congratulations. You
second
can
round.
have the MVP.
Do you
Guess
like
what?
the Bills? They're
Get
gonna see
the
the Bills
MVP
second
when it
round.
really
Do you
matters.
like the Bills?
You got to win the MVP when it really matters.
Do you
no,
like
do
the
you hear
Bills?
Shaggy?
They're gonna see the
Patrick
Bills
Mahomes
second
won't really
round. Do you
matter
want to bet with the Bills?
if they play short, brother.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need to know.
Kyler gets away with being asked every year, and we never talk about it.
Kyler don't be asked every year. That's just not true.
I don't
Go
know
ahead
why
and put
you're
around my
making me to
dog.
be
All he
scared
got
of the
is
Ravens,
God in the
bro.
run game. All he got is Trey
Shout out
McBride in the
Lamar
run
and
game.
Zay
They have
Flowers.
not put a proper offense around Kyler. That's just a fact.
Good
The after
quarterbacks
play
don't
with
make
Beat
stuff
was
happen.
good.
Hey, I hope everybody in here, because God willing, we still gonna be connected. I hope everybody in here never let Shaggy forget his egregious Marv takes. And when Marv is dominant year 2 and year 3 and year 4, and he's entering that top
Yeah,
five
yeah. You on your own with
wide
that one.
receiver
Wes, what do you
conversation,
call dominant?
when
Please
he
explain.
Yeah, I'm about to say
when he's entering that top 5 wide receiver conversation,
He will never
do
enter that.
not
he'll never be top 5.
you
Wes,
got Marv fucked up. Y'all
Wes, hold
got
on.
Marv
Wes, look
fucked
at it
up,
like
but it's
this, Wes.
okay.
This is how I'm looking at it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Wes,
It's
he's
okay.
about 6'4". He's about
Yeah,
6'4". What is he going to be dominant at? Running over the middle of the field every play?
excuse me. Still a little sick. But you niggas, you the same niggas who had Brandon Ayuk at 6 coming into the season.
Bro, that was based off the season he
Nah,
had.
nah, 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 nah. Nah. Just understand. I remember. I don't forget. Y'all had Brandon Ayuk at 6 coming into
Bro,
the
are you
season.
really trying to
Marv
brag off of him
can't be
playing a
top
few
5 though.
games? Are you trying to brag off of him playing a few games, didn't getting injured?
No, I'm bragging off of him not being the caliber of receiver to truly be like you saying, oh, Marv can't be top 5, but if IU can go get like close to top 5, I know Marv can be top 5.
You put up 1,300 with 7 tubbies
And you're telling me
on like
about the
17
stats.
yards of catch.
I'm telling you, Marv will have numbers that are eye popping as well, and Marv is physically just more gifted.
He don't break tackles. You keep talking, bro. Y'all keep,
Oh
bro.
my
You can be physically gifted all you
god.
want. He cannot break tackles.
Okay.
He's not good at yak.
Okay.
He's going to catch the ball, tackle. One man tackled you. Don't throw no stiff arms,
He
nothing.
gets on top
Tackle,
of people, but y'all got it. I
tackle. He going
just
to catch the
make
ball,
sure y'all
tackle him every time. Like,
make
come
sure
on, bro.
y'all let
That was my biggest thing with him. He does not break tackles. That was my
don't
biggest
never
thing with
let
him coming
Shaggy
out of
forget
the draft.
this. Don't never let Shaggy forget this.
I'm going to win that war already.
All
You see what my
Kyler
dog's doing.
has
You see what my
is
dog's
Trey
doing. You
McBride
see
in
what
a
my
run
dog's doing.
game.
But it's like, look, see, but
All
You see what
the
Kyler
my
thing
has is
about
dog's
Trey
this
doing.
though, right?
McBride in a
You gotta
run
You
get
see
game.
you
what my
gotta think
dog's
about
doing,
what the
right?
future holds. What the future holds, and what's gonna be the top 5 receivers in 4 years. Think about
You,
that.
you see what my dog's doing, Wes. That's all I'm gonna
You
tell you.
still think about it though. You still gonna have Jet. You still gonna have Jet and Uno at the top. Then you're gonna have Malik Neighbors creeping in. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you might have Brian Thomas creeping in it. And there's some more young dogs that I'm still
niggas get
missing
more fucked
that's
up.
still
It's
gonna be
okay.
better.
It's funny how rookie year, it is what it is. Marv
Yeah.
into that conversation. Like I
No, he's
said,
not.
You
No, he's
gotta,
not.
you gotta, you gotta produce. You gotta produce. And
bruh,
you wanna know why you
my
gotta produce?
gosh, can we stop acting like he was 600 yards this year with 40
Congratulations,
catches? Goodness gracious, bro.
He don't even have
congratulations,
900.
Bro,
Brian Thomas turned up
that's
in the
okay.
second half of the season.
He still has a chance to break 1,000 yards this year.
You want to bet on it?
I said he has a chance. I
No,
didn't
he's
say he
not going to
will.
do it.
I agree.
Hold up,
He
Wes,
has a chance though.
Wes. He's at 822. You think he's gonna get that one more game?
I said I don't think he does it. I said he has a chance. Though. We've seen crazier things, and then on top of that,
Hold up,
even with
don't back up, Ev.
only 900, even with him having
All right.
only 900,
I want to see it. What that say? 6'4".
with good touchdown production and a little over 60 catches, like that's what I'm expecting. Over
Bro,
900, a
I'm just
little over
saying.
60 catches, maybe 8 tuds to maybe he gets a tud in the last game. Maybe they prioritize that for him. Especially if he has any incentives in his contract as a rookie, and then builds into the future.
I'm not gonna lie, good.
6'4", 205. That's the only physical gifts about him. Like he's not quick, hips weak as fuck, feet not all that. Like I don't know. Well, I never seen the hype. I never seen the hype. I told niggas them LSU niggas was gonna be better. I told guys this. I didn't
The
want to
state of
believe it.
Louisiana really sent out
Now look
them
at him.
dogs,
I
man.
told him
For real.
neighbors and BTJ. Free my nigga Rome. You want to talk about quarterback situation? My man Roman, the worst one.
Come on, bro. And I promise you, if Rome had a different type of offense, Rome would be feasting. It's that easy, bro. Example. Look, shout out my boy Jalen McMillan, bro. My boy Jalen McMillan shining bright since Chris Godwin. Since Chris Godwin went down. Another decent receiver. Come
Right,
on,
you
man.
a troll, bro.
What you mean?
They just
I
salty,
said
bro. They
right.
just salty because they can't really fight back.
Uh,
Promise you, this guy never. He's probably never gonna be a 1,300-yard guy.
1,300?
Yeah, he's probably never gonna be 1,300.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He might get one, but Marvin Harrison, like he not that explosive. He ain't about to take a screen to the crib. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. He's not gonna get no yak, bro.
He gonna get a screen, probably get
What's
about
next,
20,
man?
30 yards, get caught.
Nah,
Shout out Marvin Harrison though,
neighbors
but
took a screen to the house yesterday for like 30-some yards. I'm like,
Drew Lock,
damn, that,
my man, excuse me, broke the
he looked like
tackle.
Jamar Chase on that shit, bro. I ain't
But
gonna
you
lie.
know what's
Broke the
crazy?
tackle.
Yeah,
I see. I like it
he
back.
definitely the closest thing to Chase right now.
Yeah, he looked like
You know
Jamar
what's
Chase,
crazy?
bro.
Neighbors' numbers would have been just so more. They would have been even more crazier if they would have just got him the ball. Like his film is ridiculous, bro. His film is ridiculous. They had nobody guard him.
Yeah, you
That
can't
shit
guard the
reminded
rookie.
me of, remember Chase did that shit against the Chiefs, bro?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was like 70 yards. It wasn't a screen, but it was like a
It was the
crossover
middle of the
route.
field. Yeah.
Yeah, he took that shit, turned that shit upfield.
This is some championship.
He definitely like Chase, bro. That nigga can't be guarded, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. One on one,
Yeah,
he
you can't
can't be
guard him one
guarded
on one. One on one, you just
as
ridiculous,
a
bro.
rookie.
You got him one on one, you cooked.
That
And
nigga,
then wait till he gets stronger. He ain't got his grown man strength yet. Wait till he gets grown man strength, man. My lord.
yep. Make sure you all like the video, y'all. If you're not subscribed to the platform, make sure you all hit that subscribe button as well. The show is live every single day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Every single day at 11 a.m. If you are in here, you did not like the video yet, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate it. We're gonna start with the NFL Sunday. NFL Sunday was terrible, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. NFL. Oh shit, D-Mac is here. Hey D-Mac, you wanna get to the stage real quick? You wanna come to the stage real quick, D-Mac? I need to hear something. If you can come to the stage, feel free to come to the stage real quick. If you can. If not, I'll just wait until you can.
No, D-Mac Trimmer Duffy can't, so I don't know why you said that.
Give you a few minutes. All right. He probably gonna say PS2. I don't know who the other two is.
What you mean you don't know? Christian Gonzalez, you ain't see when they played?
Oh yeah, Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez. Justin Achille, what's good? Chan, you kept asking me yesterday if I like the Commanders. I like the Commanders. What happened to that, Chan? What happened to that, Chan? Shout out to Jaden Daniels, man. Only thing I was wrong about was Terry scoring. I don't know what the hell happened in that game, bro.
What you mean?
Was
AJ
he
Terrell.
strapped? Was he strapped or something? Oh, he
Yeah,
was strapped.
yes,
Okay.
AJ Terrell was strapping that
Yeah,
shit.
I'm getting me a Terrell jersey, nigga.
Oh, he was strapped. Okay.
Yeah,
That shit was when I said that shit was strapped. That shit was strapped.
yeah. Nah, that was bad.
It's like they wasn't even looking his way, and when they did, he was on lock.
That's crazy. It was no question process. It's the I need. Oh, what's the question? It's to D Mac. I'll bring it up when he come on the stage. Game one. Yes, and I said, like I said, NFL Sunday was bad yesterday. Personally, for me, I really didn't enjoy any game besides the Vikings and Green Bay game. I mean, even that game wasn't that good. I think it was like 20-3 at a point. And the Packers got started to get the ball moving. Only lost the game by 2. Um, Bill just were at the top. Bill got the win 40-14. There's really nothing to say. I think Josh Allen threw 2 touchdown passes. James Cook got to the end zone on the ground. A-Rod sucks. I mean, it's disgusting. It's disgusting what the Jets season been, man. I mean, you 4-12. I think you got a top 7 pick in the draft at the moment. Brees Hall hasn't been what I expected this year as well. But again, to me personally, I think a lot of that got to do with A-Rod. When you have a quarterback like A-Rod, you try to cater to him. And doing so, you get Devontae Adams, and then Garrett Wilson looked like he looked like last year with Zach Wilson. So now Garrett Wilson is disgruntled. Bro, everything is the A-Rod. A-Rod caused all this bullshit in New York, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a fact. It's a fact.
A-Rod caused all this bullshit in New York. If you ask Robert Saleh down to Saleh getting fired, Garrett Wilson being disgruntled, Brees Hall not being that productive this year. Like, a lot of that has to do with Aaron Rodgers. And granted, the offensive line play has not been the best to start the season off either. But in my opinion, it all starts with A-Rod. You get Devontae Adams for whatever reason, and your season is your season. Yeah, then I wake up this morning and I see A-Rod. I know it was 33-0, I think. I see A-Rod benched himself. Like, he decided not to go back to the game.
Mm, I don't
Like,
believe
he
that
wanted them to
shit,
put
bro.
Tyrod in the game. Like, I'm like, bro. I woke up to that news. I'm like, bro, what? Like, I get it, but damn, like, he was done, bro. He's personally, for me, I think he should retire because it'll be hard for me to believe that a team is really going to believe. The one, he's not going back to the Jets next year, in my opinion. But it's going to be hard for a team this offseason to say, hey, let's make Aaron Rodgers our starting quarterback this season. Like, even if it's a 1-year thing, I don't think no team should do that. Like, I'll be really surprised if a team go and gets Aaron Rodgers the offseason for him to start for 1 year because he only has 1 year left, in my opinion. If he does decide to play next year, for me, he's just retired. He just retired the season coming up. He's just not the same.
I
Nah,
mean,
I don't think the Steelers should do it. I don't think the Steelers gonna do that.
He's not just not the same. He sucks.
but
Like,
that's what you get. Listen, it's nothing wrong with being a diva, but a diva at 40 is fucking crazy. Like the guy just never grew up. He's a fucking kid. He think he should get his way all the time. No NFL team after this year should even look at him respectfully.
Yeah.
Nobody. Nobody.
I mean, I'm looking at him on the sideline. This nigga is smiling after every pick. He look like he know it's over, bro. Like his demeanor tell me like he trying to do the same shit, but the shit not coming off like it used to. Throw the ball not coming off his hand, not quite like it used to. Just throw that right used to get there. He a split second too late. Like he washed. It's a wrap. It's
He
done.
had a good career. He had a
Yeah,
good career. Hall of Famer. He's in my
but
top 5 all time. But
for sure.
that's just it. He
And
wasting
it's
his time. He's
crazy
doing
because
his life.
dude is a clown, bro. If y'all would have met me like I think it was before I want to say before the Tampa game, the Tampa NFC title game, maybe even a little bit before that. I was the biggest A-Rod fan, bro. Like I was like I think that my tweets might still be there. I thought this nigga was the greatest. I thought this nigga was on track to be the greatest. This dude is just a fucking clown. He's still obviously one of the best ever, but like talk about losing my fandom, bro. I didn't realize
Yeah,
this dude was this much of a clown.
he
His
legit.
career hella overrated. He talent wise, he deserves like top 5 recognition. His career though, nah.
How can his
Aside
career be
from
over?
like
How can his career be overrated? I don't agree with that.
aside from his turnover, like touchdown to INT ratio, aside from that, I just don't think Rodgers again. Now he's won the MVP, so I got to give him credit for that. But in terms of truly winning at the highest level and being in contention, like anytime a guy makes one Super Bowl and never makes like he never went back.
Well, he should get the same excuses you get for Peyton Manning in the defense. He should
No,
get
Peyton
the excuse
made it
100%.
4 times. That's
He
so
should get the
whack.
defense excuse
It's
the
not the
same
same.
amount as you
Peyton
give
made
to
it
Peyton
four
Manning.
times. Peyton was in a division with Tom, and they had a rivalry. Peyton also, out like he has more wins than Tom when they face off in the playoffs. But Peyton, like he literally was side by side with Tom. Like while he was in the AFC and he was in his prime,
I'm
he
talking about
had
the
to.
defense excuse, bro.
The defense
Rodgers had
excuse
some
is
bad defenses as
fine. He
well.
did have
That's a
bad
fact.
defenses, but again, I'm talking about what you stack up, what the final resume is. Manning still went to 4 Super Bowls. Rodgers went to one. That is really, really underwhelming, and it's no other way to
He
slice
would have
that.
went to the bowl with that Broncos shit as well,
Oh
respectfully.
my God. Yeah, I'm cool, man. It's funny how I'm not even making it. I literally started my statement with he deserves talent wise and ability wise top 5 consideration. I think when it's all said and done with his career and what he wasn't able to accomplish, I think top 5 is a little murky. I don't think it's as clear as
Bro, he got
some may
about four
make
or
it
five
seem.
MVPs.
I'm aware I said MVP is true. Again, 1 Super Bowl. Not like really, I mean, really mid playoff success. Really
I
mid.
think
And towards the
He
end, it
played well.
was
He played
really,
well in those games. We can argue.
I think the back half of his career, or the back half of his prime, I should say, he started having more spotty playoff performances than like the his prime and the front end of his prime. Like his front end of his prime and into his like middle of his prime, he was, that defense excuse like Shaggy said for sure. But like towards the back end of his prime, bro, he started putting up some stinkers in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
that's where it
So
starts. That's where it starts for me.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where it
yeah,
starts.
and that's when I was when you chimed in, Jordan, I was saying towards the end, that's exactly what I was about to say. Towards the end, it got really, really nasty, but it also wasn't like just 2 years or something. Like we saw Rodgers his last, and I mean in Green Bay, he was winning MVPs towards the end. He had really, really good team success in the regular season. It was getting to the playoffs and was folding. And I don't think you could put it all on the defense at that point, But the middle, for sure, I think he deserves a lot of slack for, what his defenses weren't able to do. But I don't know. I think the top 5 thing, may be closer than it seems. But I don't have an issue with him top 5. I was just,
Man, me personally, I got
throwing it
Brady,
out there.
Marino, Rodgers. That's my three.
You said who?
Brady, Marino, Rodgers.
Okay.
I'm glad some niggas still give Marino
Lamar win a
love.
bowl. Lamar four.
He's a clown.
I'm glad some niggas still give Marino love.
Shaggy's a clown.
I,
It's, it's a top 2 throw ever to me, Marino.
That's a ridiculous take.
no, it's
Top.
not.
Yes, it is.
Rodgers is that guy.
Rodgers didn't have a better career than Peyton Manning. Like we gotta stop with the nut shit.
Okay, bro, I don't care about that. They both had good careers, and one quarterback is just better than the other.
No. One had a
One
clearly
guy's
better
more talented.
career,
One guy's more talented.
and the talent didn't take him anywhere.
It took him to
He
four
finished
MVPs in a
with
Super
he
Bowl.
finished with less MVPs,
It took him to
less
four
Super
MVPs in a
Bowls,
Super Bowl.
less appearances, less playoff success, and in the regular season, I think Manning. I mean, I think it's close. I think it's close, but I think Manning also had more regular season success, and it may not be close in the regular season actually, because I think Manning is only behind Tom in double digit regular season wins, like double digit
Bro,
wins in the
you
regular
don't
like
have to argue,
seasons.
Wes. Rodgers is not on Peyton Manning level. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's pretty silly,
Here this
man.
guy go.
He's not, bro. Like, talk about him with the Favre
Nigga,
Whoa,
what?
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Nigga,
whoa,
what, bro, what are you even
whoa,
talking about
whoa,
sometimes,
whoa,
bro?
He's a
whoa,
fucking
whoa. I don't know
Stop,
about that, buddy.
scrub. Such a fucking bum. I can't stand him, bro.
Nigga said
He
Favre.
said Favre.
True.
No one's ever gonna be as good as he was in late third. His last 2 MVPs were insane. 4 MVP
What?
to 1 Super Bowl
He's
MVP,
got
and
he's got what? Favre's got 3 MVPs in a Super Bowl, doesn't
What
he?
was what
That's
was
what you're going off
what was
of.
their careers are never mind. I was not gonna say what I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? What was the last Rodgers MVP? What year was that? What did they do in the playoffs that year? I'm trying to remember.
I feel like that was 4 or 5 years ago. Or no,
Okay.
probably longer than that, like 5, 7, something like that. How long?
Rodgers, but that was
Last
3 years ago.
okay, 3 years
Yeah, I'm
ago.
trying to remember what they did
I
that
think it
year.
was
I'm trying to tie
2021.
that.
That season was tough.
Was that the which year was? I'm trying to remember what they did that year. Was that the Niners year or was that the
It
or is
was
that
either
the
the Niners year or the Bucks year.
yeah? I was gonna say it's one of them because I remember them offenses. I will say those offenses in that year they were kind of fool's gold. You would watch the Packers games, and they would get out to these crazy starts. He put up all these yards in the first half. Then after the second half, they wouldn't really be doing shit in them games. I always kind of felt that way about them last couple Packers teams. Their offenses were putting up big numbers, but they when it was really time to do something and move the ball, they wouldn't really when doing shit in the offs. But Favre talk is crazy.
Nah, that's legit ridiculous.
But yeah, Keon Coleman had a nice touchdown grab in this one. What else? We speaking about the Jets and everything.
Amari too.
Amari had a nice touchdown grab too. Good point out. And then we spoke everything else about far as the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, that's that. Shout out to the Bills. Won the division again. I think they clinched the second seed in the AFC. And resting their starters next week, and they're gearing up for the playoffs in 2 weeks. So game 2 on Saturday. Some more mid. Sunday. I'm sorry, some more mid. The Raiders got the win 25-10. Brock Bowers set a record for what is it? Most receptions in the tight end. Most receptions for a tight end in NFL history. Well, I feel like he passed Puka. Didn't he pass Puka record too?
For receptions, he might have.
I think he passed Puka as well. I think he did too.
I think he did. And I think I seen some shit like neighbors, like
That's
8 catches
crazy.
behind Bowers or some shit.
Yeah, I think he did both. He did most receptions for a tight end in NFL history, and the most receptions for a rookie, period, in NFL history as well. So shout out to Brock Bowers, man. 7 catches, 77 yards yesterday. Amir Abdullah was having a really good game on the ground yesterday. As I was, I did YouTube TV yesterday, so I was watching numerous games to an extent at the 1
Shout
p.m.
out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Amir. I don't know why Lowe didn't go MPJ. I thought he was going MPJ because Flacco was starting, but
I sure did. I was yeah. Because you never with that Raiders backfield, you just never fucking know, bro.
Yeah. I'm sorry for my money. I'm going better player. I'm not going Alexander Madison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got over MP. No, I'm not doing that. I understand though. I think Madison was having 2 good fantasy weeks. I think he had 10 and 15 the last 2 weeks. But nah, with Flacco starting, I gotta go because he's gonna throw the ball. So we'll see what it come down to. It's gonna be unch, man. It's gonna be unch. As far as the Saints, only good highlight of this game for them was a trick play that they ran with tossing it to Miller, and then he threw it back to Rattler, and then Rattler threw a nice ball to Foster for a touchdown pass, and that was literally it. That was literally it. I think the Raiders went from having a top 2 pick in the draft 2 weeks ago to now I think they're at like 7 or 8, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah. So, hey, we'll see what happens for them as far as trade up purposes potentially for Shador and or Cam Ward. And yeah, we'll move. Milo be throwing me off, bro. Game 3 on Sunday was obviously the biggest shock. Shout out to Drew Lock. Even their coach came out in the presser and said, when you have a good quarterback play, you can win games. I'm sorry. I thought Colts had this win wrapped up in the book. Whenever you have the chance to basically pick whoever you want without having to trade extra assets or do too much or try to beat out another team, you try to lose the game. Drew Lock, Neighbors had other plans in their mind. Neighbors had a hell of a game yesterday. 7 catches, 171 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 8 targets. Wandale Robinson also had 5 catches, 71 yards, and got it to the end zone. Even Slayton got it to the end zone. And Tracy and Neighbors set a record. They didn't set a record, but they're their second duo in NFL history as rookies to both go for 1,000 plus in the same season. So shout out to those guys. I think Tyrone did 1,000 on the ground, and Neighbor did obviously 1,000 in the air, through the air. With Flacco starting, we threw a bad interception, bro. Flacco I think he threw 2 bad interceptions. The last one was just disgusting. But Jonathan Taylor had 32 carries, 125 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Alec Pierce had 6 catches, 122 yards with a touchdown, and MPJ had 9 catches, 109 yards, and a touchdown. The Giants now at pick 4, I want to say.
Hell
Whatever
no, it's like 7 or
the
6.
Giants?
Yeah, I think I seen that yesterday.
Nah, I don't think they went down to that far. I think with the NFL.
They're at 4.
Yeah.
Hello, brother.
D-Mac, what's the word, Brody?
Doing well today. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great. We passed Saturday's game, but I'm gonna circle back to you. Not after Joe Burrow's performance.
Limited snaps, right? Limited snaps.
You think he had a better season than Mahomes now?
Because
I know on
moved
the
a little bit ahead in
21st.
our regular season. Yeah, he
the
moved a little bit ahead in my regular season records. So
Huh? He what?
I said he moved a little bit ahead in my regular season rankings. He did what he needed to do. Didn't turn the ball over. Went, got the win that they needed to keep the season alive.
Okay. So last week when you told us that Mahomes was a little bit ahead as well.
Yeah.
A little bit ahead. Okay. And then now Burrow was back basically ahead. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit ahead too.
Ahead.
A little bit.
Can we just say ahead though? Like, what's up with the little bit?
No, a little bit ahead because I said before Mahomes was a little bit ahead.
All right, a little bit, a lot, whatever the case may be, he's ahead.
No, it's a little bit for me, to be clear.
But yeah, either way, it's ahead though.
Right, like it was for Mahomes a few days ago.
Let it go, Ev, bro. Let it go.
No, I'm confused. You asked me the question, I answered the question, and then you're mad at the answer.
I'm not mad at the answer. I'm just saying he's ahead. To you, he's ahead, and we can
yeah.
Whether it's a little, whether it's a gap, whether it's a whatever it is.
No, it's a little. It's a little. He's a little bit ahead.
That's fine.
It's not a weather. That's what it is.
Cool. He's ahead though. Like at the end of the day, he's ahead. To you.
Yes, he's ahead.
Okay. Shout out to Mahomes though, man. I don't want to get that on record from you real quick. Appreciate you, D-Mac.
Absolutely.
This game, like I was saying, Drew Lock, man, bought his ass off, delivered some great throws, man. He had 4 touchdown passes. They you know, like I said, they were in control of their own fate when it comes to getting pick 1. And excuse me, guys. We obviously been seeing all the clips over the past week or two with Shador teammates joking around saying, yeah, you're going to the Giants. Shador even saying you going, is this real? Like, is this real? Because I seen it. I just want to know if it's really real. Shador, y'all see when Shador was like, you going to see what team I'm playing for on my cleats, and he really had some cleats of the Giants.
Oh, the
real?
cleats?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was a real thing. Like I seen it, I just didn't know if it was wow.
Look, y'all, let me tell you this: the Giants are going to lose out. The Giants are trying to lose football games.
Thank you.
They could be tight. I mean, technically, they could be Titans cleats. To be fair.
No, the cleats literally said Giant. They were literally the New York.
Oh,
Giants.
I thought they were just red and blue. Did they say the Giants on them?
Yeah, it said Giants.
It had the Giants. Yeah.
I thought they were just red and blue too. I didn't know.
I thought they were just red and blue.
Sport.
I think the logo was on it. Like no funny. I really think it was the NY thing on it. Like really, like no funny. Like I
think he's still gonna be a Giant, but
yeah, man, probably so. But now you got to potentially trade up. I just don't like that.
Oh no, they were Giants.
I mean, me personally, if I was,
the Patriots are trading down. No way to stay one.
If I was a Giants fan,
I'm saying now you got to trade up though. Like you got to trade more assets. You know what I'm saying? Like
Patriots,
we're pending next week. The Bills don't have to play, right? They play the Patriots.
Yeah.
So Patriots could lose or could win that game.
Next week I don't even play Drake May.
But Drake might not play though.
Yeah, I don't even play him.
They said that already.
Gerard said today that they basically thinking about possibilities.
They don't
want to risk him getting injured.
Yeah, he got the call.
Oh, because of the injury?
Huh?
Because of the injury?
They said they don't want to risk him getting injured, basically, or whatever, re-injury, whatever the case may be.
Gerard got that call, bro.
Look, I may be young, but I wasn't born yesterday, so if they don't play him, it's because of the tanking, and that's fine. I have no issues with that. I hadn't heard that he said that though.
Yeah, I seen it this morning.
Yeah, and Gonzo's not going to play anyway, so yeah, the Patriots not win that game.
I know Gonzo's hurt. Well, I mean, if the Bills are sitting there, guys,
it don't matter. The Patriots not winning that game.
If they play Drake May, if not, then
if they play Drake May, they're still going to lose.
I don't agree with that, but that's fine. I like Drake.
What's the order right now? Patriots, Titans,
Patriots, Titans, Giants,
Browns, Giants.
Browns, Giants. My apologies. Yeah, And then the Jags, Panthers, Jets, Raiders.
Chicago Saints.
Yeah. I mean, we have 9 teams that have 4 or 3 wins. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. That's literally wild.
Yeah, they're trading up. They're trading up.
I'm just mad because now the Patriots, rightfully so, is going to tax the fuck out whoever they trade with because it's going to be their first round draft pick, and then on top of that, it's going to be a pick in the later round of that same draft, or even next year, a second or third round or something like that. It's going to be something like that, and
that's
depending on who they do the deal with. Because if it's like Chicago and the Panthers, and you're coming from 7 or 6, then that's going to be multiple first round picks easily, plus some. But if you're trading up, if the Titans want to jump or the Giants want to jump, then yeah, maybe it's just a day 2 pick and some change. But it always depends. And look, if there's it seems like to this point, a 2 quarterback draft.
Yeah.
If these teams get desperate, then the Patriots are going to have suitors for sure, and it's going to be a great windfall for them to build what is an awful roster.
Yeah.
If I was a Giants fan, I wouldn't want to trade up. I would be fine at 4. I mean, respectfully, I like Shador and Cam. They was my guys. They were my top 2 guys coming into the college year, but they're not, number 1 pick worthy. So I would be fine. They mid,
I'm not going to say that they're mid, but I do agree.
They are mid.
I'm not trading a King's ransom to draft either of them.
Yeah, I'm cool. If I had picked one and I was taking them, cool. But yeah, I will wait till next year.
I would too. I just don't know if they're going to do that. I don't know if they're going to be patient.
The smart thing would be to wait. I wouldn't trade up.
Yeah,
one of those niggas.
Yeah,
I wouldn't either. Shout out to Mizzou legend Drew Lock, man. Absolutely balled out. The first time the Giants have scored 40 points since 2019. Absolutely crazy. The Colts. I mean, that's just an awful game to lose. That's inexcusable. I know, obviously, AR sitting or hurt, whatever it may be. Flacco goes out there, does what Flacco kind of does. It's a little bit I shouldn't say a little bit. It's up and down. But it's inexcusable for your defense to show up the way that it did versus the Giants. And I know Malik Neighbors is amazing. I'm not taking that away from him because the kid is. He's spectacular, but inexcusable. Just absolutely inexcusable for that to be the way that your season ends. They got a lot of soul searching to do, and they're kind of in that treadmill that not everybody necessarily wants to exist in. They got questions at quarterback and questions up and down the roster. Obviously, got to be questions about the coaching staff. So it's a lot as far as the Colts are concerned and where they're going to go next because it doesn't seem like it's the best culture there either. For the record.
Shout out Shane Steichen, man. I'm back to Philly.
Mm-hmm. All right. If you in here, y'all, do not forget to like the video. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. We are working our way down the NFL slate. Next, we have can't remember what the next game was. Oh, Eagles and Dallas. Some more mid. Shout out to Kenny Pickett, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Kenny threw some good balls yesterday.
With the broken ribs, yep.
Yeah, Kenny threw some. I really wanted Kenny threw some good balls yesterday. Smitty had a good game. Could have had 2. Was that 2 or 3?
Yeah,
Smitty. Because he could have had 3 then. He could have had 3.
If he had that one deep bomb that he almost scored on.
Yeah, where he got caught. He could have had 3. But man, like even a throw to AJ Brown that got called back was a good throw. I'm glad AJ still.
That was the best throw of the
Yeah,
game. That was the best throw. He fucking. I don't know if he did that shit on purpose, bro. He fucking zipped that thing. I thought it was going to the tight end, and then AJ was right back in the end zone, and it went right to. Yeah, he threw a nice ball. But bro, you know what else? McKee looked good when he came in. I've been saying McKee is better than Pickett since we started, since we got him.
Yeah, that's who everybody wanted to play.
What's that?
So yeah, that's what everybody wanted McKee to play. Even last
I wanted Tanner McKee to play, but Pickett played fine. I mean, I knew we were gonna blow that fucking that team's got nothing left. Especially, I mean, your first drive of the game, you throw a pick six. It's like fucking that's it. The whole. Then they did come back and score, but once we just turned them over 4 times and you just destroy them. Like I mean, halftime you go and get that touchdown too, and it's just so demoralizing getting beat like that. And man, what the fuck are they playing for?
Shout out Michael Parsons, man.
Yeah, we killed them. I was at the game. It was so much fun, man. So much fun beating Dallas's ass like that, and watching Saquon get 2,000. That was pretty cool. They
Now that
stopped.
you're here, I asked earlier throughout the show,
Oh boy.
101 yards process. You going for the record or
Not
how are
even
you
a
playing it?
question. Not even a question. I had this argument last night. It's not even a question. 100%. I'm fucking playing.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's
Fucking,
what I'm
are you
talking.
fucking kidding me, bro? I've been arguing with my other friend, like one of my really good friends growing up. He's a huge Eagles fan. He's calling me every name in the book. Oh, you fucking idiot. Fucking don't know what you're. I'm like, dude, why are you so scared? What the fuck are you scared of? The guy could fucking trip and fall down the steps and break his fucking leg tomorrow. You're worried about him playing in another game, something he does routinely every week. He's the best at it. You're gonna let him not try and get the record because possibly him and somebody on the O line could get hurt. But they possibly couldn't either. So they could get the record and win a Super Bowl. Everyone is like making this whole record thing like, well, I'd rather win a Super Bowl than get the record. Bitch, you could do both. It's not like I'm choosing between one or the other. Well, what the fuck? He could get the record, sit down when he gets the record, and we go on and move into the playoffs. Like everyone's putting these crazy scenarios out there like, well, you're fucking crazy. I'm like, dude, it's not like he's like a a personal like in-game record. Bro, this is the fucking rushing record that could be stamped for 20 plus years like it was before.
Exactly.
Like this is no like just some
No kidding.
regular
Yeah,
record.
that's gonna hold up for a long time.
Facts. Yep. I'm with you 1,000%. I'm glad
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
You
You
solidified the
you let
guy
him go
into
get that record, man.
you solidified.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Everybody last night was calling me a fucking idiot. Jordan Woods was calling me the dumbest fucking person alive. Shaggy was like, "You're a fucking idiot. That's why you're a loser." Blah blah blah. Get the fuck
Where's
out of here, dog.
the Giants just last week, and I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but the Giants allowed what like 80 yards in the first quarter to Jonathan Taylor.
Bro, what the
Go get
fuck?
the
He could
record.
get
You can
that.
sit out at halftime, man.
Exactly.
yeah.
Go get that thing. Are you fucking kidding me? And let the offensive line play. If Lane Johnson doesn't want to play because he's fucking 35 years old, okay, don't have him play. I get it. But let the fucking guys play. They want the record just like Saquon wants it.
You said they want what?
Crazy. It's crazy.
You said they want what
The
process?
offensive line wants the record. The offensive line wants the record too, not just Saquon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I said earlier,
So
I'm
I'm
pretty
saying
sure. Go ahead.
If Lane Johnson doesn't want to play, I understand because he talked about how his body. I mean, he's 34 years old. He's been through a ton of injuries. I get it. If he don't want to play, let him sit the game. The rest of the O line go out there, play, and go through the motions and get the record and then sit the fuck down. And like everyone's like, oh, you get hurt, you get hurt. Sometimes people play week 18 just to play and go through the fucking motions, not to get rusty and not honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea to
You gonna
have
get that
Hurts.
record, man.
Oh my
It
god!
wouldn't be
I
a
hope he
bad
breaks his
idea to
fucking
have
leg,
Jalen
bro.
Hurts. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have Jalen Hurts throw a couple fucking reps in that game because this would be 3 straight weeks of him not playing football, and then he's the first that then he's going to go right into the playoffs and play. And I think he'll be fine either way. And I doubt he's going to
First
play.
play, he throw a pick.
But you want him to go and go through the
First play, he
motions
get
of,
hit in his fucking head.
yo, you can't live life scared, dog.
Man,
What are you
shut your
walking
bitch
around?
ass up, nigga.
Talk
Shut
to
up.
What are
talk
you
to him,
walking around?
process.
What are you, bro? What are
Walking
you
around your
talking about? You
neighborhood with
can't live
like,
life scared. You are scared
come
before
on,
every
bro.
game. You are literally scared before every game. What are you talking about?
I'm not scared of injuries. I'm
You
scared
are
for you.
scared before
What the
every game. So
fuck?
stop talking about you
I'm
can't live
not
life
scared.
scared.
I
You're the
just said,
scariest
oh,
person
well,
in
this
here.
could happen, this could happen, this could happen about losing the game. You can't play a game worrying about getting injured.
Yeah, okay. I hope you playing break a leg.
You don't
And
even
yeah,
need
Rob. Yeah,
so,
right. They had to play. They had to play. Nothing
so
was locked
dumb.
up last week.
So you think that the Detroit Lions shouldn't play tonight?
Yes, they should not play.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I don't know why the fuck they're playing, but shout out. Shout out to the guys.
The Detroit Lions should not play. I don't agree with that because you got to play next week regardless. So what's the point of not playing?
Because
That's
we're one of the more hurt teams in the league already. Like, in this game doesn't mean shit. Like, I don't. You have anytime you have a chance to get a bye this late in the season, and if it was an extra week, like if it was like if we were in a Chiefs situation where we're gonna have a bye, yeah, I would say go out there for a couple series or some shit, and, keep in rhythm and sit down. But we literally play next week. Um, we are hurt on both sides of the ball. Doesn't the game don't mean shit? Yeah, I don't know why we would. I don't get why we need to play tonight, but Shout out. Thank God. I think the same shit happened last year. Laporta was out there when he didn't need to be out there. Thank God he ended up being able to come back and play. He got hurt.
Yep, that
Which,
definitely did.
like I don't for no reason, but
And you know what Preston was doing? Calling Dan Campbell a dumbass.
oh shit. Interesting. But yeah, I get it though. They want to stay in
I got a
rhythm.
phone call. What were you saying? I called Dan Campbell a dumbass. What?
Yeah, when the Lions did it last year, was playing for nothing, and Laporta got hurt. He was calling Campbell a dumbass.
No, what the fuck?
Yes, you were. I
I
remember
don't
it
even
vividly. I
remember
remember it
that
vividly.
fucking game. What the fuck
Yes,
are
you
you
do.
talking
Yes,
about?
you do.
I called him a dumbass in the fucking playoffs for going for it. Now, once did I call him a dumbass for not playing guys? Plus, it's not like those guys. If Saquon didn't have a fucking record to break, then I'd be like, don't play him.
A
What the
record.
fuck? He has one of the greatest records you can achieve no, it's the greatest record he could get as a running back. You're telling him not to play because God forbid he gets hurt. Bro, he could go and fucking do
Yes.
some reps in practice and
I
tear
didn't
a fucking
sign you.
ligament.
I didn't sign you to play for records, bro. It's not what you're here for.
Yeah, you signed him to be the best
You want
player
to
he
break
could be
records?
and
Go play an individual sport.
help you win.
Go
And
play
that's
an
what he's
individual
doing.
sport. You want
The
to break
guy who's
records.
the backbone of your offense wants to go out and
You
fucking
want to
make
play.
history.
You want to play for records? Go play an
I'm
individual
also not
sport.
a. I'm
Simple.
also not a. This is an aside, and I mean you don't have to agree with this. I'm also not a chasing records dude. Like
It's
I
not
like.
chasing records.
He's literally chasing your record.
Bro,
It's
that's
not
literally
chasing a
that's definitely
record.
Like
chasing
I
a record.
don't.
What are you
Bro,
talking about?
chasing a
What,
record,
That's
chasing a
literally what
record
that
would be
is.
like him getting force fed, like just to break
bro?
that
There's
record.
no way to
It
convince me that this is not chase. This
Bro,
is
it
you
not.
just so
dumb?
happened.
This is
It
why
just
I
so
think this
happened
guy
he
is
has
stupid.
a historic season. Now he has a
You
chance,
cannot agree with it. You cannot agree with. You can say okay. I'm
bro.
okay with him chasing the record. Cool, but to tell me that's not chasing the record is
No,
crazy. Like.
chasing a record is fucking OKC letting Russell Westbrook get rebounds for him to break the
Look,
Do
fucking
you think if he
you
plays
don't
next
have to
this.
week? Do
lie.
you think? Do you think if he plays next
Process,
week,
Bro,
the
take
game?
your
what?
time.
Hold on,
Bro,
D
press.
Mac.
Are you
Hold on,
really
D
that
Mac. Hold
stupid?
on. Do you think if he plays next week, the game plan in the first half is going to be any different than it's been?
No, our game plan is always run the ball. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a bad question.
No,
Just
you just put your fucking foot in your mouth.
because you do this thing. You do this thing where when somebody try,
What
you
the
do this
fuck are
thing.
you talking
No,
about? He
no, no,
has
no,
like
no, no, no,
50.
no, 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 no,
No,
no,
dog.
no,
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 dog.
no, no,
No,
no, no,
shut
no,
the
no,
fuck
no.
up. You just
You
put
do
your
this
foot in your
thing where
mouth.
when somebody tries to finish their sentence, when you think you got them, you cut them off in the middle. So you're not gonna do that shit with me, bro.
You asked me
You're
a
not gonna do
question.
that shit with me. You're not gonna do that shit with
I
me.
didn't finish
You're
your
not gonna do
sentence.
that shit with me. I was
I
gonna
didn't
adjust.
finish your
You're not gonna
sentence,
do
you
that shit
fucking
with me,
idiot.
brother. You're
You
not gonna
asked
do
me
that
a
shit with me.
question.
You're not gonna
Bro,
do that shit with
you
me. You're
literally
not gonna do
asked
that
me
shit
a
with me. No,
question.
no, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
You literally
No,
asked
sir.
me a
No,
question,
sir.
dog.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Time
No,
out.
sir.
Time out.
No,
Did
sir.
you
I
just ask
wasn't
me
done
a
talking.
question?
You tried to cut me off. No, sir. No,
No,
sir.
you
No,
asked me a
no,
question,
no,
you stupid
no,
fuck.
no, no,
No, no,
no,
no, no.
no,
You asked
no,
me a
no,
question.
no,
You
no,
literally,
no. No, no, no,
bro,
no.
no,
Why
dog.
you
You
going to
literally asked
Ev?
me,
Why you running
is
to Ev
your
like a little
game
bitch,
plan
bro?
gonna
Like it's
change?
me, it's ISO. Like it's me and you, bro. You're not gonna run to Ev? Like what you running to
It's
Ev
not
for?
running to Ev. You're
You
just
just
telling me
literally running
fucking
to
idiots.
Ev. What the fuck?
Okay,
Yo,
finish what you're saying. Finish what you're saying
why
so I
you
can
running to
talk.
Ev? Like we right here.
Finish the fuck what you were gonna
Talk like
say
a
so I
grown
can fucking
man. Like
talk.
like it's
You
cool. It's
asked me
cool.
a question. Now you look fucking stupid,
Oh
dumbass.
my god, here we
You
go.
asked me a
Here we
fucking question.
go.
I
Why
answered
you
your
so
question.
emotional? Why you so emotional, bro?
I answered your fucking question. Now you're
Like,
saying I finished your sentence. You asked me a question,
bro,
bro.
it's okay. I promise. Like, it's cool. Like,
Go ahead, finish what you're gonna say.
okay, I was gonna say it's actually like I was trying to critique myself before you fucking interjected. Like, I don't need you to do it
You
for.
asked me a
I
question.
don't
I
need you to
answered your
do it for
question.
me, bro. Unlike you, I critique myself like and adjust when I'm wrong. Like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Um. But what I was gonna say is it's kind of a hard question to actually ask. The question I asked, like that's why I said it was a bad question. Because last week, clearly, yeah, you guys lead into the run. But do I think you guys would throw the ball 25 times with Jalen out there versus 15 times yesterday with Kenny out there, or 18 times with them two out there? Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a different game plan than even with Jalen out there. Even though you guys do lead into the run more than you lead into the pass, it still is a heavier ratio than the starting quarterback is not out there. So the question I was gonna ask is kind of hard to answer because it would probably be a better question with Jalen if Jalen was out there. But because if Jalen was out there, you guys normally throw the ball 25, 30 times a game. I
No,
think if it was a meaning, you said what?
no,
How many times a game? 25? What?
maybe against the Panthers when our offense wasn't going off at all and everyone was bitching us the fuck out because our pass game
Do you
sucked.
let me ask you this question?
He
Do
threw
you
it
think if
21
Jalen
times.
was out there, you would adjust your game plan at all to get Saquon more carries to break this record in the first half?
No, but you don't
Okay.
need to adjust. Okay, you asked me a question, and then you got emotional because I answered it, and you thought
I
like, oh,
didn't get
right,
emotional.
that's how.
I didn't raise my voice.
I
Like
That's
like
the
you
way
the
I
way
did.
talk, dog.
the Giants is going to play, so he don't get that shit. I promise you
You
that.
asked me a question. You said, do you think you're going to change the game plan to get him the record? I said, no, they're going to run the ball. That's their game plan. It's been all season. And then you were like, well, you finished my sentence. Well, you asked me a question. Okay, so let's just get that cleared up. And I answered. I didn't finish.
That's
I
not
didn't
how
finish
that
the
went, but it's
sentence.
cool.
Your sentence had a question mark at the end of it, and I was at the end of the question mark. So anyway,
That's cool, bro.
they're going to play the same football they played all fucking season to make sure they win the game. And their game plan is to run the ball from the fucking week 1 to week 18. So nothing's going to change. They're not going to go and fucking run him into the ground just to get the fucking record, whether Pickett plays, whether Hurts plays, whether McKee plays. It doesn't matter. We've been a run first, heavy run Saquon all year long with Hurts, with McKee, with Pickett. It doesn't matter. Hurts, we were literally critiqued all season because, all he does is hand the ball off to fucking Saquon. All he does is hand the
But
ball off to Saquon. And honestly, we're a better rushing team with Hurts in the game anyway. So if Hurts does play, which I don't think he will, it's gonna be even easier for Saquon to fucking run because Hurts takes away pressure from him to make holes even bigger. So again, no. To answer your question, the game plan's not gonna be changed. They're gonna run the ball a ton like they've done all season long. He gets
but
30
that's why I
carries.
wouldn't play him because and here's the only reason. He has 345 carries on the season. I do think Saquon could use a week. I think for the greater good, and I understand the record. I get it. And if the 1 seed was still in play, if it was something more than just the record, if you had 1 seed to play for along with the record, I'd be with you. But I mean, again, 345 is no small thing. And that's not even including the catches. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
I mean,
you
yeah, but if it was like week 16, and he needed a crazy amount to break it, and it was just not possible. Yeah, I get it. You don't want to force feed him. You don't want to force him to get it. You don't want to do all that shit. Bro, we're playing Eagles football week in, week out. It just so happens the last game of the season is meaningless for the standings. It's meaningless for the playoffs. It just so happens that the best running back in the league has a chance to break the best record a running back could break. You give him that chance. You do it as a team. Every
Bro, if
single.
that's the case, he should have never got benched in the fourth quarter last game.
No, because
He
there's
should
no
have got
point to.
benched.
No, because he wasn't going to be able to get 101 yards in the fourth quarter. What
And
was the
would have
big deal?
made it. He would have got
nah,
close.
but
You don't know that.
I get
You
where
He would
really
have
do
Shaq
gotten.
is
not know
coming
that.
from.
If he
You
would
not
have
know
Because
gotten
that.
an
He
because
broke
extra.
two 50
context.
yard
If he
runs
would
in
have
Yeah,
that
if it,
gotten.
quarter.
Hold
You
on.
don't
If
know.
he would have gotten an extra.
Yeah,
If he would have gotten an extra
no,
point.
I didn't think about that. That is a
If
great
he would have
point.
gotten an
Exactly. He
extra.
should have got benched
I
I
last
did
game.
disagree
not think
from
about
it.
And
If
then
he
I
would
Price,
have
don't you
disagree
gotten an
remember
from.
extra.
earlier
Hold,
in the year where he had a chance to break that record against the Giants?
Nah, it was
101
that
on the
was his
bill.
own personal.
I disagree. I disagree from
Hold
this
on, wait
standpoint,
1
though.
second, D-Mac. Wait, hold on, D-Mac. This is why they benched him, because they looked at it like, what, is he going to go get another 30, 40 yards? If he's still going to have to play the next game to break the record. It's not.
Bro,
Then, if you're
process.
trying to
You
make him
see,
break,
process. At what minute did he get benched?
it was like 11, 10 minutes left in the fourth
That's
quarter. You're going to get
enough time to
101
get two
yards?
50-yard runs. That's enough time. Yeah, yes, that's enough time. Stop
Yo,
talking.
That's
yo,
not
come on,
realistic,
man.
bro.
No,
Like,
but
let,
Ev, hold
let,
on.
It's
like,
also,
that's
but
Say
it's
I'm
enough
not
like,
time.
bring
It's
it.
enough time
go ahead,
to. It's
D-Mac. Go
enough
ahead, go
time
ahead,
to.
go ahead.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I agree that obviously you can cut into it in the fourth quarter, but it is a little bit different than saying, hey, we've played 3 quarters of this game after you've already had 300 carries throughout the entirety of the season. We can give you a break here in the fourth quarter and then allow you to continue on. I understand why they can sit him in the fourth quarter and then playing him
Yeah,
the
I
next
just
game.
disagree.
To
I just
me,
disagree.
to
I'm good.
to
I ain't
to
gonna lie. I just disagree.
because to me,
Everybody
because you
stayed
have
in
to
the
take
game
into
but him. Fuck out of here.
you have to take into account that the injury risk does get higher when you're at the end of a game compared to when you start at the end of the game. It may be negligible, but it does exist. The thing about it is, for me,
Everybody
is
Also,
stayed in
it's
the game
also
but him.
you
D-Mac.
have
It's
to
unrealistic
hold
for him
on,
to get
process,
100 yards
process.
in the
Allow
fourth
me
quarter.
to say this one thing, process, and then I'll let you go. The other thing I'll say is this: to me, you have to leave it up to him. If he wants to play, then I think he's earned the right to make that decision. Last year, we had
100%.
Pacheco, we had Kelsey. Both of those guys were on the doorstep of 1,000-yard seasons to go out and play in a meaningless game as well because we were already locked into our seed. Those guys decided not to play. They decided they needed the rest more. If he makes that decision and gives up the record, he should do so. If he doesn't, then let him play.
Should have
That's
played
just the
last
thing
week.
for me. It should be
He
up to
set
the
himself
player to be
down
able to
multiple
make that
times in the
decision.
season. Do it again. Simple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
because he
doing the
sat
right thing
himself down
responsibly
to
for his
break the
body to
record.
get through the season. If he feels, but if he makes that decision again that he's comfortable with playing next week, he should be able to make that decision there.
Yeah, and this is no small feat. This is not like his personal in-game. Oh, in the third week of the season when he played the Giants or second, whatever the fuck it was, he could break his personal record of 13. He needed like 13 more yards. Like, nah, let the young guys eat, bro. I get it. That's a good leader. He doesn't care about his personal bullshit like that. This is more than that. This is way more than just a regular in one game, single game like personal record. You're the best of the best. This is like he's going to be cemented as like one of the best running backs to ever play the game now. He might get that regardless. I'm just saying this is a legacy. Like it's not like just some little feat. Like yeah, Kelsey and Mahomes to go get 1,000 yards. It's not that, dog. This is like the best of the best for his position. And like D-Mac said, and like I said yesterday, if you're the coach, he comes up to you and he says, I do want to play, coach. I want to get the yards. There's no fucking way in hell you could tell the guy who's gotten you this far to be like, nah, I'm doing this for your own good. You need to sit down. And if I was Saquon, I'd be fucking mortified. Mortified. But
Okay,
you
and
guys,
if I was the coach, I would just simply show him a sheet of the list of injuries he's had since he's been playing football and told him to get the fuck out my face.
yeah, and then I'd look at the coach and I'd say, bitch, you have a job because I'm fucking here.
Don't care.
Okay, don't
Don't
care.
care.
Yeah, right. Why don't you walk around in a little bubble?
Don't care.
Scared of
Don't
everything.
care.
You fucking bitch. So soft, dog. I never thought you were that soft. Never.
You gave it one a season after 3 weeks, and you talking us off.
Shut up, bro. You fucking get hurt at practice. You could get hurt at practice. You're worried about him playing in a game. Like, come on. So stupid. Players play in the last week of the season for meaningless reps just to stay in rhythm.
They shouldn't have benched him last week if he cared that much.
Now, the other thing I'll say is this:
What?
if they do leave it up to him, then he's got to also take responsibility. If he gets hurt, which Saquon's a good dude, he's a leader. He's in that locker room. If he gets hurt, then he's got to take the thing. He can't blame it on Nick Sirianni. That's one thing he can't do. But he's not that type of guy. He
Never
will
do
take
that. Even if
responsibility
Nick
for it. Yeah,
Sirianni
that's what I'm
wants
saying.
to play.
But I'm just
Saquon's not
saying,
that
if
type of
it is
guy.
his decision, he's got to take it on the chin if it goes the wrong way too. And that's the other downside that you'd have to mention.
Bro, he
But
should
he's
play.
not that type of guy. I'm sure he would.
Shaggy, please check your DMs. Look, this nigga's a clown, bro.
Bro, I seen that shit too. I scrolled right past that shit, bro.
Brady and Moss played when they had hella records to break.
Do you think he
15 and
should
0.
play?
Yeah, 1,000%. It's not even a
I mean,
question for me.
that doesn't count because they had I mean, they were chasing undefeated streak, so there was a team reason to keep playing.
Exactly. That was a team thing.
This is a team thing. The offensive line wants
No,
the
it's
record
not.
just like he does.
The
Respectfully,
team is not breaking the
No, but
record.
process, yes, the offensive line does want the record, but this isn't a team thing.
those
It's not a
records,
team.
those
It's
records are not even close. Those records aren't even close to each other in terms of
not
like
a team. It's not a team statistic.
immortality and all that shit, bro.
But
It's not.
this
It's
is.
Well,
Listen,
I don't disagree
not
with this.
comparable.
it is. It is. It is.
George,
I don't
Nah,
agree with
Let's
that, Ward.
solidify it.
I don't agree with that
I don't
either.
necessarily agree with that, Ward.
I
nah.
think we're
Come on, bro.
No, sir.
underselling. I think we're underselling
This is the
how
all-time rushing
massive
single
this.
season
So
record. This is a
a
massive thing.
team
I
potentially
think we're
going
underselling
undefeated.
how important and
If
just how much it would mean for him to be able to break a record that has stood this long. Like this record has stood for
yeah,
a very, very long time, and there have been
this
plenty of
is the
people who've
pinnacle
come.
of running back records. This is it.
Okay, one is the pinnacle of running back records. One is the
And one is
pinnacle
the
of
pinnacle of
fucking
team
team
records.
excellence. It's not
Yeah,
comparable. No, it's
it's
nothing you
the
can say
same
to convince
fucking
me those are
thing.
comparable.
They're right there. It's a comparable.
It's the same thing. This is
They're
the
okay. All
bro.
right, bro.
This is
Y'all
the
know
peak.
y'all
Wait a
got
minute.
it. Y'all got no.
Wait. This is the peak
You
for
can
the.
say whatever you want. You're not gonna convince me of that. But go ahead.
Okay, fine.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
talking to somebody
We
else then.
disagree then.
That's
That's
the
fine.
peak for a team success. This is peak for a running back success. It's literally the same success for each qualification. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
One,
I disagree with
one is
Wilson
geared
bringing it
towards the
up and
actual goal of the sport is to win the championship. One is in the context of doing the thing and winning the
Yeah,
fucking
and if you want to
championship.
win a championship, you should rest your starters on week 16, even if you're 15-0, right? Because they could get hurt. Tom Brady could have broke his fucking arm, and if he goes fucking 16-0 with a broken arm,
disagree with
they
that
can't
argument.
win the championship.
I
So
can't
what the
disagree with
fuck?
that
You're
argument.
contradicting yourself.
I can't disagree with that argument.
He's contradicting himself. Am I
I
fucking dumb?
think yes, I think the importance. I think the team aspect is one thing to me. One and two, I just view those records as different levels of importance. Like that's cool. And I'm not saying. And by the way, I'm not saying Saquon shouldn't want to play. That's the other thing. I'm not saying Saquon shouldn't want to play in the game. That would be the contradiction. And just like I'm not saying that the Patriots players in that individual season shouldn't have wanted to go out there. My point is who's making the decision or who is holding the player back from himself. Saquon should 100% want to go out there and break that fucking record. The O-line should want to go out there and break the record.
Yeah, but
I
you're
just
saying
think the
if you're
coach should make a
GM or
decision.
coach, you hold
Nah, we're not going to do that.
You're saying he's the coach. If you're the coach or the GM or whatever, whoever makes the decision, you're saying you should hold him back from wanting to break the record. So if you're the GM of the Patriots or the coach of the Patriots, don't you say, well, players, I know it's a big deal, but we can win maybe with our backups anyway and still try and get it. If not, whatever, we need to stay healthy for the playoffs. Because that's the whole
Process. I'm cool with it. Like, you keep trying to get me in a contradiction. I'm cool with the contradiction. I'm cool. Like you're
okay.
trying to
Well,
get
then
me in
maybe
some
it's not.
gotcha. Oh, it's a contradiction. I don't give a fuck.
But it
Like,
doesn't. But you don't even make sense though. Like now that your whole argument goes out the window because you're saying that
No,
it's a bigger record. It's just, or a bigger award or
I
whatever.
just the
think
record.
a team, a whole team being immortalized in something that's quite literally never been done. That like an undefeated season and winning a championship to me is a bigger thing to chase, is what I'm saying.
It's a bigger
Yeah,
team.
and
It's the
I think
biggest
that,
team.
As a
Yes,
team, and the game is a
correct.
team sport. That's my
Okay,
whole. That's
but
my premise.
still,
but bro,
it's still the individual
We can
record
disagree. It's
is the
okay, and we
best.
can disagree. By the way, it's
yeah,
cool.
I
Bro,
think
that
it's just an
record goes to
agreement
the
to
team.
disagree on that.
Saquon Barkley
The
record
one
goes to
thing
Saquon Barkley.
the one thing I do want to say was the reason why I said it was a contradiction is because he is correct. Any of these guys can get hurt at any time, so therefore Brady and Ma shouldn't have been trying to go undefeated to do so. If you're saying the ultimate team goal is to win the championship, that was my personal opinion on the contradiction. I have no issues with you putting the undefeated record in the regular season ahead of the running back rushing record. I think, but just looking at it from a team versus individual standpoint, they're both the peak. So that's why I said that it's fine for them on the same
People
level.
play Week 16 just for incentives, for money. This doesn't even equate to any amount of money
I'm
Saquon.
sorry, I was on mute, D-Mac. I
This
was
is not an
talking. I was
incentive, brother.
responding to you. To
Incentives is
me,
more
when you talk,
important than record.
it's a risk, and we just disagree on the risk versus how valuable we view the reward aspect, the calculation of it, because it's a risk reward thing to me. That's my whole calculus with it.
And you're
So
saying the risk is not worth the reward.
Yeah, but the
I think the
Patriots.
reward. I view my opinion, my perceptions, and again, we can disagree on this. It's fine. My perceptions and what I value, the loftiness of one is pales in comparison to the other. That's why I'm willing to. That's why the risk I might be willing to take on one end might be a little different than the risk I might be willing to take on the other end, and that's just my personal valuing of the two with records or feats.
So if Campbell plays
Yeah,
the guy
I
from
have no
last year,
issues with
think
that.
he's
I
an
think that
idiot.
that's a personal valuation on those two records. My only thing was that I think that if you're saying that you have to do what is best for the team to win the championship, then yeah, Brady and Moss should have been playing too. That's fine with that.
Yeah. It's just a
If
matter of
Campbell plays
like I
the
said.
guy, you think he's an idiot?
Yes, I said this. I've said this
He already
4 or
said that.
5
He already said
times.
it. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think that they should play.
Better
He
take
said he
Gibbs
should
out
do
of the
that.
game then.
Sure.
Is
I mean, obviously, selfishly, I want to win some money, but like they shouldn't
that's
probably
crazy.
play. Well, I do have Craig Reynolds on my bench, so it'll be
Are
okay.
they
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think they should play. No,
so the
like
Lions have nothing to play for with point blank period?
apparently nothing at all. Like
Oh,
next
No,
week is for the one seed, no matter what.
win or lose, they still
right,
got to
yeah.
beat Minnesota to win the 1 seed next week,
Okay.
no matter what.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
fucking
I wouldn't play him personally.
I
That's
think they
just
already
me.
set the team record for wins too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you know, I definitely would bench Gibbs, Laporta, and Demarcus. Yeah, man. You might as well rest up for the 1 seed next week, man. No
Now put
point.
him out. Now ideally put him out there for 2 series to get 15 points for me, and then Kittle get shut down for the game, and we good.
whatever. If we
Record
could go
like
to the
that.
next game, but I'm glad people are not calling. Everyone was calling me fucking nuts last night. Thank God you guys have a fucking little bit of a brain.
I mean, look,
Process.
man. That
They're idiots
record,
too.
look,
Process.
that record's
They're
gonna be
idiots too.
in the books
Ev,
forever.
because process is up here too. I didn't mean to try and like I wasn't trying to take a dig at Lamar with that tweet. I was just having
It's so
fun.
funny, D-Mac. I was about to
That's
bring
your
that
Over
up.
decrepit wide receivers, man.
No, one real
Did
quick
you
before I
like
respond
mine?
to D-Mac. If you are in here,
I
y'all make
did. That
sure
was very funny. I forgot Julio was on y'all.
if y'all in here, y'all retweet this tweet, like this tweet, or even vote on that tweet. Should Saquon go for the rushing record? No, I didn't think you were taking a dig at Lamar. I just think that Oh, you just put it. You just brought it up just to highlight an old connection with an old wide receiver or
Yeah,
something like
just do
that.
it with an old decrepit wide receiver you forgot caught from a from a quarterback on the team. That's
Okay.
all.
I'm sorry, PTSD flared up because every time a competition being had, in some way, somehow, the Chiefs or Mahomes always get into it or you always bring them up. That's all. So
That's
I
fine.
seen a tweet with Lamar and Dez Bryant. I wake up this morning and I see you say, "Oh, don't forget Mahomes threw a touchdown to job." I'm like, "What the hell?" But my bad, brother. That's all. We good.
You good, brother?
Jordan Wilson, what's up, bro?
Wait, hold on, Ev. Can I ask you one more question about
Yo,
Saquon? If he
Yeah,
does go for the record and he does break it, you still think they give the MVP to Allen or Lamar?
yeah. Somebody
yes.
asked that earlier. Yeah,
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yes.
Guess
Ugh,
what? Tell
what
Jay,
the
tell
fuck?
your man stop getting pushed into the end zone. He'll have
I love
They're gonna give it
MVP
to.
if your
Saquon for the
man
record.
didn't take all the touchdowns.
Oh,
prob- problem
blame
is when you're measuring elite running back seasons against elite quarterback seasons, the quarterback's gonna win every time. So
yeah, well,
I think you would have needed to see Josh Allen. I think even there was a chance maybe if Josh Allen kind of didn't have had these last few performances in which there was a little bit shakiness to it. But I think Lamar winning the division is probably going to end up carrying it and move Saquon off that ability. So, and it's a shame because it is a spectacular season. I would love it for Saquon. He deserves it for what he's been able to endure with the Giants, but then also show up and show out with the Eagles. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with the quarterback.
It's been interesting because in this chasing,
Allen's
not
shoe in.
in this chasing conversation, I'm not, and this is not to put that in that conversation, but it just got me thinking about like both Allen and Lamar, especially Allen. They've had a lot of times where they could have made their numbers look even gaudier this season. Like Allen numbers, his shit could look even. There's been at least 3 or 4 games where his shit could look even better. But right now the numbers don't. To me, when I see the side by side, I'm like, why are we even discussing who should be the MVP this year? It's not even a
Yeah,
discussion
but
for me anymore.
the
Why?
one thing
Who do
I
you
will
think should
say,
be MVP?
and
Lamar. If
the one
Burrow team was in the offs, I would say Burrow. But
I think it's insane if Barkley wins the fucking goddamn breaks the record. He should be.
well, you're just a super fan, so I don't know
wait,
why
wait,
you
wait,
think
wait,
it's
hold
No,
on,
insane.
Ev.
Wait a second,
There was,
wait.
I said, hold on, Ev. I said
Go ahead,
last year I think Hill or McCaffrey should win, and it's not even due to Lamar. I don't even care if Lamar wins it. He's having a great season. But bro, it's, again, we just talked about the record. Like that's you just broke a record for 30 fucking years.
so
Plus, like
process. If it
Hold
was
on, Jordan. I
Saquon,
got something to say. Hold on, Jordan. 1 second before you answer the question. Ev, personally, I don't necessarily see it that way because if a running back that breaks the single season rushing record isn't going to win MVP, I don't think you're ever going to find somebody that's not a quarterback to do so. So I understand it from
Yeah,
that perspective. As somebody that
exactly.
is in the Eagles
so
observer.
not. And I was
yeah.
gonna say, so if this was Saquon's season measured against last year's quarterback candidates, I think he would have had a very good shot to
He
win.
should have
Actually,
won.
I think
He
he
would
would
have
have
won, and
probably
he
Good
should
Don't
have
you
point.
been
think
that
it's
my
more
hands down winner.
impressive?
Good
Don't you think
point.
it's
Good
more
point.
impressive that a running back being the most important player on the team, pretty much, and having a season
that's fine.
having a season that the Eagles have had? Don't you think that's even more impressive? Because the whole thing is it's in the quarterback's hand for how your season is really going to go for the most part. Saquon is literally the main reason our offense is the way it is,
But
and we're the number one team in our division and the number 2 seed in the NFC. And if our quarterback if we didn't get fucked last week and what's his name doesn't get hurt or what's his name Smitty doesn't drop the ball, we have a chance to go for the 1 seed. So it's like, come on, man. Like
no. So no, I get it. I'm just saying if you're again tier one quarterback like a high level quarterback season, like historical season like Lamar's have, like a really good season like Josh. Like I'm saying, if you're measuring those seasons are just gonna win every time. I'm saying if it was last year where the quarterback play across the board was mediocre in terms of an MVP candidate, then yeah, I think Saquon would have won last year. But this year, you're just not touching Allen, Allen and
Yeah,
Lamar.
that's just the unfortunate thing. It is,
Yeah.
and to me, that's why I didn't necessarily see it with CMC last year. Like it was, don't get me wrong, CMC great year last year, but it wasn't record-breaking historic type of performance from that standpoint. Obviously, you take a record-breaking historic performance from Saquon, non-quarterback, and put him in the context of last year's MVP race, then I think that there would have been a strong argument to give it to him from that
I don't know.
perspective.
I'm starting
Yeah.
to
It
get
just
to the
isn't
point
there
where
this year.
I'm starting to get to a point where I got Saquon over Allen, to be honest. But that could be just me. I got Lamar, Saquon, then Allen. It's close between Saquon and Allen for me.
it doesn't even matter though.
I
Allen's
still
gonna
got
win.
Allen over
Allen's like
Saquon.
a
No, you have Allen below Saquon when he's gonna win the award.
Yeah, Allen's gonna win.
Yeah, I do. Me, like who I would vote for. Yeah, I do.
You know why
Yeah.
Allen's gonna win the award, right? Because
I think
Well,
all three of them are. I think it's a really close. Like I think all three of them are like more than deserving. Clearly the top three.
I agree with that.
But yeah, that's the order I would personally have. But it's fucking neck and neck, bro. Like 2 weeks ago, I had Allen clear, and then I looked at the numbers, and they're gonna win the division. I'm like, wait a minute, why the fuck is it not Lamar? But then you
yeah,
see
but
Yeah, but
you know
Saquon
why?
carrying the offense. Like
Majority of
it's
yeah, but
majority of the
process.
people
We know
had the
that.
Ravens.
We know. Yeah, we
Yeah,
know
the
that
Ravens were
is.
supposed to be that good. The Ravens were supposed to be the
Oh, well,
easy.
I don't agree with that. I
No,
don't
no,
agree
no,
with that.
no. The Ravens weren't supposed to win the division.
no, but there's that. But then you
I,
look at it. But there's that. But then you watch him play fucking football. He's been
No, no,
like
so
no.
so
He's
legit.
playing. This is the best year
so
he's ever
process.
had. This is
When
the best
Yeah.
year he's
process,
ever
are you
had. But I'm just
process? Are
saying.
you asking me or are you
No, no,
asking
no. I'm
the
just saying.
general
In
public?
general, everybody looked at like the Ravens were
Were the
supposed to be.
Bills
Yeah,
not supposed to win a division?
The
The
Bills
right.
were
That's the
supposed to
thing.
go
Bills
to.
were.
For
The Bills
me,
were. They were probably the favorite, but by a fucking small margin because everyone and their mother was like, "Well, you got to watch these Jets, these Jets, these Jets," and then Miami's got
And the
to look out for
Dolphins
them
too.
too.
Yep.
And
yeah, then
everybody
the
said,
Dolphins
"Oh, he
did.
lost Diggs. Now what? What's he going to do without his number one
Yeah.
target?" Blah
So
blah 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 blah.
process the so
And he
process
kind
the
of
thing
shut
for
all them
me is
up.
this. The process the thing for me is this. I thought the Bills were clear favorites coming into this
I did
year in
too.
that
I
division.
did
I
too.
thought the Ravens actually had more competition in their division from that perspective too. And I also said, hey, Lamar Jackson has got to win the division to be in that MVP
But
conversation.
I
That is
agree
just
with
simply the expectation from that. Hold on, process real quick. That's simply
Bro,
just the expectation from that
am I
standpoint.
tripping?
So
Or
to
were the Bills
me,
not the betting favorite?
Yeah, I said
yeah, they
that.
were.
I
They
said they
were.
were
No,
So
he said
like
he said that
Now,
they
and
were.
I promise
But
you, when I
hold
brought
on.
that in, the
The
Ravens were
thing.
not the betting favorite to win their division either.
so
No,
the
they
the
were.
Ravens
Vegas
were the betting favorite to win
They
the
no.
were.
division
So
They
because
were
I
like
the
bet
bet.
on
They
them.
were the bet.
It was the
They were
Bengals.
the
The
betting
Bills,
favorite.
the
It was the
I
No,
Bengals.
took
it
because I
wasn't.
bet on the
No, no,
Bills
no.
to win the
It's in my
division. It was
clip.
like
I bet
minus.
on them to win
so
the division.
It was like minus 130, bro.
They were they were both the betting favorites to win the division. The
I was gonna
Bills
say
and the
Yeah.
the over
When me
under
and
win
BJ was looking
totals
at it, it was definitely Bengals.
because
no,
the
it was
over
not.
under win totals for the division in terms of the AFC
Yeah,
East.
the Ravens were plus 145, the Bengals were plus 165.
bro, this dude got 5,000 yards,
And
45
Okay, that makes sense.
touchdowns,
That makes sense.
120
yeah, it was
rating.
closer. But that's the thing for
Jesus
me. Like, I
Christ.
think that Lamar was in a tougher division. He won that division. I think that's a little bit of a feather in his cap. I think the head-to-head also makes a difference. It does matter to me when you guys play what happened. Even though it was a long time ago, still does count for me. Lamar has the edge in traditional stats. I think he's right there as far as the advanced stats. And that's enough for me to overcome the, 2-win gap as far as the team record is concerned. So Lamar is my pick personally. If it's Josh Allen, I don't want to say that it is only because of that, but I think that that will be a driving force behind it. But that being said, I won't be mad at it because I do think Josh Allen has had an MVP season. It's not like they're just giving it to him even though he hasn't. So at least from that perspective, I do think the quality will still be there.
Yeah, I just think Josh has had more down moments than those other guys throughout the season. Even though it's been not a lot, not a ton, but I think he's had more duds than them. I think the other dudes has just been more consistent throughout.
He legit had the most embarrassing moment.
Who you talking about, Josh?
Yes.
Oh, which one you talking about? You talking about
Texans.
the Ravens?
9 for fucking 30.
Oh, you said yeah. I'm about to say that was a Ravens game, right?
Texans.
That was
Oh, that was
Texas.
Texans game. That was a Texans game. Fuck, they got fucked up by the Ravens, but that was a Texans game.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, it's splitting hairs, but it's like yeah.
What you got to at this point, because
Mm.
we've got 3 MVP candidates that are worthy, but I do think Lamar is coming out a little bit.
Because Allen's numbers they're really good, but they're not
Yeah,
Lamar's.
they're not Lamar's.
Like them numbers are crazy,
Stupid dog. Just
and they match the eye tests. Like
yep, absolutely, no doubt about it. There.
By the way, the Bengals were plus 165 to win the division. I have the bet right here.
I already said it, bro.
D-Mac said it.
All this to avoid talking about Big Skull Nation, man. I see
oh
the
my
play.
god,
I see the play.
I
What we
I,
doing,
I do have
man?
I have a take about the Vikings, but I assume that we're gonna get to them later on in the slate. So
we gave him love last week, bro. How much love they need? The fuck.
I think they had a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, here we go.
Wait, who are you talking about? I
The
missed.
Sorry,
Vikings.
Woods.
No, I'm clear. It'll all be decided next week. I'm chilling.
That is true. It will be.
We had a couple more games about to walk through, pretty much, literally walk through. Not run through, actually. Bucks took care of business, man. Baker threw 5 touchdown passes, I believe, in this game. 2 to Jalen McMillan, 2 to Mike Evans. Who was the last one? 2.
You seeing his numbers this year?
Yeah, insane. Baker's having a freaking insane season, bro. Who's the last one? 2? Oh, Payne Durham, whoever that is. I don't know who that guy is. Bucky was good on the ground and through the air. Bucky
You know how
had
many more
about
yards?
how many yards? What?
What are you saying?
I don't know. My fantasy football folks.
Oh no, I was just saying how many more yards Mike Evans needs to get 1,000 yards.
It's like 90 something, I think.
85.
I thought it was 100.
85.
Yeah, he getting that.
Oh yeah, that's cake. He getting that.
He not getting that.
If Mike Evans gets 85 yards and 5 catches, he gets $3 million. He's getting it.
they go get him his money, bro.
Baker's
What?
feeding him.
We're gonna see.
You said 5 catches, 85 yards.
Yeah,
Yep.
watch this.
Yep.
Okay, y'all take the
I
over.
wish
I'm
he
gonna
didn't
take
have
the under.
anything
We're gonna
to
see
play
who
for
wins.
because everybody here would play for that. Fuck.
The money? Oh yeah, money. Yeah.
He's such a
Yeah.
shithead.
Shout out
You
to the
gotta
Bucks.
you gotta think about it. If I go out there and get 5 catches, I get me a new car.
Shout out to the Bucks. Bryce and Adam got a nice connection as well as far as the Panther side of things. Obviously, they got a lot of work on this offseason as well. The 4-12 season, either going to be 5-12 or 4-13. We'll see what happens. But a big win for the Bucks. They needed it to potentially win that division. Also, the Falcons losing last night definitely helps that case as well. Fantasy football folks, Bucky Irvin will be going in the first 2 rounds. Make sure you guys draft Bucky Irvin in the first 2 rounds.
Not the first round. He's not going in the first, but he's
Take
going
him.
I said first 2 rounds. You think? I said first
One
2
thing
rounds.
about
no,
you,
don't. That's the problem. Don't
you
say
swear
first.
up and
Say
down. You
second.
swear up and down. You keep trying to force this Google stuff.
It don't really matter if it's round 1 or 2. I'm just saying he's gonna be picked in the first 2 rounds, bro.
It's going to be second, bro.
Well, that's fine, bro.
Mid-second round pick.
Either way, it's the first
I'm
2
just trying to
rounds.
keep you from being
More
wrong.
like
again,
more
bro.
like a
I'm
third,
trying to
more
keep
like
you
a
from being
third
wrong
round
again,
pick,
brother.
bro.
Either way, it's the first
Pushing
2
it,
rounds,
BJ,
bro.
but I'm there's some drafts where I can see that.
Bucky will be the RB1 1000% in Tampa next year. Yesterday's game was just a showing of how he's going to be utilized going forward. So yeah, just shout out to the Bucks, 9-7. Shout out to Baker. Let me look at his numbers on the season after this yesterday.
Shout out Tampa, man. One more game. Winning, you win, man.
You said
4-2,
Bucks is going to be a
7-9.
number 1 pick in fantasy next year?
Nah, I say he'll be going in the first 2 rounds.
Primarily the touchdowns, 39 touchdowns. It's crazy.
39 touchdowns,
Baker
15
fucking
picks.
over.
Okay.
Exactly what they need.
Good.
Shout out
That's
my
a
boy
good-
Baker.
Shout out to Baker and Sam Darnold for escaping the Panthers.
Damn, dog. 39 touchdowns. He never threw 30
Yeah,
touchdowns
that's
in his career.
Yeah, that's a career year for him.
His highest QBR and obviously highest rating, highest completion percentage.
And they'll always blame the player. It ain't always the player. Don't forget that.
Now this is a guy who definitely proved me wrong. Like I didn't think he was as bad as some of them his lows, but like to be this good, definitely didn't see that.
All right, yeah. So shout out to the Bucks. Have not seen the post mile with prayers to Sly and his family. The next game we had the Jags and Tennessee Titans. Another game we're going to run through. Shout out to BTJ. Shout out to Tajay Spears. Got to produce without Tony Pollard playing. Jazz got the win. I don't think anybody got anything to say, bro. Big disappointment, obviously, with ETN this year for fantasy purposes. BTJ is another guy that's going to be going super high next year in fantasy drafts. Freaking monster. That's it. Jags move to 4-12. Titans on 3-13. Nothing to say
Shout
there.
out my boy Mac and Cheese, man. For real. Looking way better than he ever did on the Patriots.
Next game, bro. Do you get tired of saying things? Do you get tired of saying things looking for responses, bro? Like I'm just curious.
I mean, I don't care if anybody responded or not. If somebody was going to respond, I wasn't going to respond back. I don't care about a response. I wasn't going to say nothing back.
So you just be yelling bullshit for the
yeah.
I said what I had to say. There's no more to say to it.
You know how people donate their brain to science? I think you should do that when you check.
But you say shit that's just not factual. You literally just be talking.
Yes, but say if you wanted to lie, just say that.
Okay, if you think Mac Jones been playing bad since he started, then you can.
Nobody ever said that. I don't
but
care what
I'm
he's been
not.
looking like. I'm talking about what your statement was. He's been looking better than he ever did on the Patriots. That's not true.
And he called him mac and cheese.
All right, bro.
Mac,
Okay,
Mac
like
Jones
I
been
said,
ass. What the fuck? He had
I
like 4
don't
games.
care. I don't care.
Another bypass, bro. Tua did not play last night. We have to see Tyler Huntley, 22-26. Bro, did anybody watch this game, bro? This is another game that's just not real.
I watched this game from start to finish for obvious reasons. Yeah, nothing to say for real. They Huntley looked good. That's it. This was trash.
Judy had 4
DTR.
catches.
Bro, I seen something yesterday that said DTR has 1 career touchdown and 10 picks.
He's the worst quarterback. He's the worst quarterback I've ever seen.
Like, bro, that's insane. 1 career touchdown and 10 interceptions.
Bro, that's
I think he had 3 intentional grounders yesterday. I know he at least had 2.
Is Winston hurt?
You said what?
Why did they bench Winston?
For no reason, bro. To tank.
The tank, bro.
Yeah, that's the reason. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that's how you tank right there.
This dude is terrible.
That is how you. That is.
He
how you
is so bad.
Giants, I'm looking at you. Raiders.
Are you talking about DTR?
Yeah, like at least with like Nathan Peterman, you could scream, okay, he got a big arm. He throw 5 picks, but big arm, whatever. This dude has no redeemable qualities as a quarterback. Like it's nothing you can even squint and be like,
I don't know if I'm going that far.
Bro.
Nathan Peterman is the worst I ever seen.
Again, same.
You said who?
Peterman, the worst I ever seen.
Oh, you said Peterman. I'm going DTR, but I'm not.
Peterman, you chilling.
Is his name like Nathaniel Peterman or something like that? What's his name?
Nathan Peterman. He's a legend. He's a legend, bro. That's a legend.
Nah, Peterman not worse than DTR, bro. DTR is god awful.
They're both
DTR
like,
legit. Like Peterman can throw for 200 yards in a game. I don't know if DTR can actually do that.
But he was missing like simple like
he's bad.
2 yard in front of you, nobody around, and nobody in the pocket, nobody around the receiver, like wide open throws yesterday. Like,
yo, I can't see the screen, but I see a comment. Who the fuck threw 47 passes? That DTR?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They were trailing all day for the most part.
Yeah, but he only had 170 yards.
Right.
But that's my point. He didn't throw for 200 yards. This nigga, I don't know.
He averaged 3 yards per throw.
Oh my god,
That
he's so
nigga
bad.
fake, he's
I don't know why he's on the roster. Like
he's
this
there.
dude
Hey, look,
They're
Giants.
tanking, bro.
Hey, look, Giants. Take a look. See, this is how you tank.
Yeah, every team does need a
Raiders.
quarterback like that. You put him.
This is how you
out there,
tank.
you know he's gonna lose. You need a guy like that.
Well, that's Tommy DeVito, but
Hey, no, Tommy DeVito was winning games last year. Don't do that.
That's it though, Ev. Ain't shit to say about this game.
Not yet.
Oh yeah,
all right.
Get this off the screen. It's crazy though, because Miami's still in the race.
Yeah.
If we lose, and the Bengals, hold on. If we lose,
if y'all
and they win, they were in.
They're in.
No. The Dolphins don't need a Bengals loss.
Yeah.
If we lose, do the Bengals have to lose?
No, they don't. It is only about the
win. They gotta
Then
win.
the Broncos lost.
No, I was asking.
Y'all need to win.
The Dolphins are the next team to get in at the Broncos.
Yes, I don't know what Miles is talking about.
that's
The
what
Dolphins
I was
win,
saying.
and the Broncos
Bro, the
lose,
Bengals
the
do gotta
Dolphins
win.
win.
What the fuck are you niggas talking about?
Bro,
No.
talk about something else, gang. Like
That's why the NFL put the Bengals before all these niggas, because they're the most dependent team. Then they have all the other niggas playing at the same time.
Yep.
So
So the Bengals need us to lose and Miami. Thank you.
Yes.
y'all are funny, bro. Process, let me ask you a question, bro.
Go ahead.
While we about to head to the next game, and I'm only asking you. Everybody else pretty much heard the convo last week. Quick question though, just simple answer. Do you think it'll be harder for the Vikings to make the Super Bowl or the Ravens?
The Vikings.
Okay. All right.
Why?
I mean, we and Wes was having a real good conversation around it.
I think the Vikings are good, bro, but I just still don't trust them to be able to beat us, and I don't know if they'll be able to beat Detroit. So, I mean, I think that the Ravens can beat anybody because of Lamar, but
Let me ask you a secondary question, because I know D-Mac said he about to say something too about the Vikings. If they beat the Lions next week, are you calling the Vikings the second best team in the conference to you?
Going into the playoffs, yeah, because the Detroit is so depleted with injuries.
Yeah, it's mainly an injury thing.
Okay.
If they beat them, bro, they almost fucked that game up yesterday. By the way, I know they won, but if I think Matt LaFleur is a good coach, he fucked that whole fucking game plan up yesterday.
Bro, I
They
was
should,
saying it, bro.
yeah. So I mean, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm more scared. I'd rather play them than the Lions.
Okay. All right. Yeah, to the game though. Obviously, West been rocking with the Vikings. Well, not rocking with them, but being a good supporter of the Sam Darnold, I would say.
Rocking, nigga. I've been rocking, nigga.
Okay, my bad. When I said rocking last time,
They laughed, Wes. Let them keep laughing.
when I said rocking last
They
time,
laughed.
you got love. But yeah,
They don't have a better shot or an easier path because they nowhere near the Eagles and the Lions. Okay. We'll see.
All right, so they moved to 14-2 last night. They beat the Packers 27-25. Again, I enjoyed this football game. I think at a point the Vikings were up 20-3 or something like that, whatever it was. And Packers tried to storm back. They scored 15 in the fourth. Vikings didn't score at all in the fourth quarter. Process that they almost effed the game away as well. Shout out to the Vikings though. They did a great play call on that. You gotta let me know who that is trying to enter the stage. They did a great play call on that first down before the 2-minute warning because obviously the Packers had 2 timeouts in the 2-minute warning. Shout out to that merchant on the field scoring twice quickly and forcing a 3 and out quick. They did a play action. I think it was a play action with the pass to the or screen pass to the tight end, whatever it was. Obviously, in everybody's head, they're thinking they're going to run the ball, get into the 2-minute warning. 3, 6. It is an open spot. It's only tripping. I'm about to remove you and let you back up. All right, try now, Jordan Woods. Great play call right there. That's when they got them that first down. Went to the 2-minute warning. Couple more good calls. Ultimately let them win the game. Jettas made a hell of a catch. And then what play came after the Jettas catch? Can you help me out with that one? Oh, Cam Akers. And then Cam Akers made that other catch. You almost dropped that joint too. That
Talk about the one in the game.
Yeah.
In the flat.
Yeah. Cam. What's up, bro? That's my outfit. Good.
I was really trying to speak to the game, but like this is towards the Vikings and Packers game, but to like the Packers, not the Packers, the Vikings in the playoffs. Don't you think it's kind of an issue how they take forever for Jettas to get Jettas involved to the game? Like, could that like I know his overall stat line after the game was pretty good, but I watched the game up to like I think halftime, and from what I remember, that was Addison got the ball a lot because Addison dropped a touchdown in the end zone in the right corner. He dropped a touchdown over there. They gave the ball to Hawkinson. That was running the ball. That was running the ball okay. It went like super well, but don't you think that how long it takes for them to get Jettas involved could be an issue in the playoffs?
I think whenever they need Jettas to rise to an occasion and make a grab, he can do that. But this is an offense that is they're not it's Jettas are Jettas, but they said in the chat the defense was taking Jefferson away.
Yeah,
and you see that on the later touchdown catch actually.
Yeah. It's not a bug of the offense that sometimes Jettas starts out slow. It's a design of it. KOC uses what they are going to give extra attention wise to Jettas to get other people going early on, and then knowing that he can get to some things to make sure Jefferson's open later on as well. So it's not a concern for me.
So that's that. Go ahead, Wes.
Somebody talking right now, Ed?
Yeah.
Nah.
Miles and D-Mac was.
I heard what Miles was saying.
No, I'll say, Big Skull been rocking. Glad that they handle business, and I will say like I'm
D-Mac talking right now.
Nah, Wes is. You got to can't hear Wes either.
Excuse me. I'm gonna stay consistent. I've said it all year. Think the Packers are good, not great. Now I can still be alone on that island. It's cool, but like I'm not as impressed by the win as some other people. I'm just like beating on my chest because it's like, some people in here told me that the Packers were a team that they would lose to in the offs. Funny. And all they did was handle business both times they faced them this year. Did it in Green Bay. handle them in Minnesota. And really, like both of these games, the script for both of these games, it
What's right back, love?
was Minnesota being up a lot, being up big, and Sammy turnover helping Green Bay get back in the game. Game
What you
one,
call being up big? Being up 17 is being up big now.
bro,
In the second half?
they were up 20 to
That's
3,
being
I
bro.
up,
mean,
bro.
that's a
That's literally.
decent.
They were
But
up
that's
20
not
to
being
3,
up
bro.
big, bro.
Okay, game one they were up
Being
28
up
to
3
3.
scores is definitely being up big.
Being
They
up
were up
three
I do
scores in the
agree.
28
second
to
half?
3. They were up 28 to 3 game one. They were up 20 to 3 yesterday. And they
Game
got the
one,
ball.
game one, I agree with you. But game two, no, that game was definitely
Game
in reach, and they
again,
just wanted to
Faggy.
convert.
They were up 20 to 3. Green Bay got the ball. They had to punt. Minnesota got the ball back with the chance
Being
to
down
go up.
17 in the third quarter has not been
Okay,
a big.
bro. Okay. You disagree. That's fine. I'm standing by what I said. And it took in both games, it took a Sammy turnover to help like kind of ignite Green Bay's um team, and help them get back in the game in both games. But Minnesota was able to, win both games. And on top of that, like Minnesota was up 20 to 3 yesterday. And should have been up 23 to 3. Um at the time, and they left 6 points on the board, left the whole touchdown with their kicker. I don't know if that's something that I'm sure Agent will come on stage and let us know if he thinks it'll be an issue going into the offs or if he just had a tough game. But he's like a really good kicker and they'll be fine. But yeah, just proud of Minnesota, proud of the defense that's not that good and super turnover reliant, being
Just
able to
cause
make the
turnovers,
cut.
man.
Yeah, that's it. But somehow Jordan Love can still, who's supposedly in the MVP race coming into the season. Boy, was that funny. That's something else. That's another thing we got to get to at some point. Boy,
How do you
was
watch
that
that game
funny,
and come out with a love problem?
huh?
That
He
motherfucker
gonna
is
hit the
How
ceiling.
do you
inconsistent, bro.
watch that game and come out with a Jordan Love problem?
Bro, I don't think that
When
Jordan.
when
They
did I
really
say it's
wasn't.
a
They really
Jordan
were
Love
not
problem?
being
I
aggressive in the
said,
passing game.
boy, was it
That's a
funny
Matt
that
LaFleur
coming
issue.
into the season,
But
regardless,
Wes, you too
whoever,
old for me to have
however
these
you
Make
slice
sure I
it.
opinions.
like the video, y'all. Make sure I
Boy,
like the
was it
video.
funny that coming into the season, people were telling me MVP for Love. I shot it down immediately, told everybody they were crazy. People told me I was a hater and I was wrong. He's nowhere near it. It's not even
Okay, well,
close.
say the names you're talking about.
It's foolish. It's foolish. So again,
Say the names.
shout out Minnesota. That's that, and I'll leave it there.
I think
Everybody can tell me why Matt LaFleur, the genius coach who's so
He the
much
he
better
the
than Sean
quarterback guru
McVay
because
and all
he
this
could
other
win games
shit.
with Malik Willis,
Why
boy.
yesterday was his fault. It was nobody's fault but LaFleur's. Go ahead.
I,
they
I, well, I don't.
they have one quick thing because I'm gonna let y'all probably go a little longer than me.
Mhm.
One thing I noticed about Green Bay, if it's a close game, tie game, they have a untimely penalty or bonehead mistake issue. Whether it's the quarterback, not yesterday with the quarterback, but it's really the penalties. They have penalties that bring back a lot of plays at some inopportune times, and I think that's going to bite them if they get into a tight game because it happens against us and in both games really where it could have swung the game in either direction. It's happening in the Vikings game. They have an issue with that. A little bit undisciplined. That's all I want to say about them.
The problem is sometimes they don't use Reed as often as they should, and the problem is
Bro,
Minnesota.
he's not that good. I hate when y'all say that. He's not that
No,
good.
no, 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 no. But like he had one catch. Like because
He
here's
don't
my
separate
thing
for
is
shit. He don't
if
create
you
no
if
separation.
you if you are looking at a Minnesota
He
defense
runs
where
like one route.
like the Minnesota
Maybe two.
defense to me, the passing, like their secondary to me can definitely be had. Right. To me, LaFleur, it felt like the first 3 quarters, you just kept forcing the run, which the run was working okay. But but it's like you can throw the ball. You paid your quarterback 50 something. Like you can throw the ball. Like you don't have to. It doesn't have to be run first every game.
Tell
You
Wes talk
can
about Dontavion Wicks and niggas.
you can throw to set up the run. Like it doesn't have
Yeah,
to be
that,
run to
that
set up the pass every time. Like to me, like
but that's the structure of the offense. I think that you can nitpick a little bit with Matt LaFleur. I don't think that was Jordan Love's personal best game. And I'm somebody that did think that he was, he could be a dark horse MVP candidate because I thought he could take a step forward. But the reality situation is, Jordan Love is still a little bit of a green quarterback, and Brian Flores, because of what he presents to green quarterbacks, whether that is the CJ Strouds of the world, et cetera, he can take advantage of some things, being able to show him and change that picture after the play starts. So I got to give him credit from that standpoint. The idea of the Packers wide receiver core, I think works a lot, but there are some circumstances in which it's like, yeah, you got, four really different guys that you can use in the bases. You get those two tight ends, but you have the dominant guy that's going to win no matter the circumstances. You don't really. And so that still, again, puts the burden back on Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love to an extent to elevate those guys at times as well. And that's not to say that he's working with bad wide receivers. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that there is that aspect of it. That all that being said, though, as far as the Vikings are concerned, I got to tip my cap to them. We talked about it a little bit last week about Sam Darnold continuing to play at a high level, which obviously he did in this game, and the ability for them to have the formula necessary to also replicate the success in the playoffs. And they still have one major game left to go ahead and prove that before they get there. But I do have to say, look, this is something I thought the Packers were one of those teams in which that was on the short list that could get to the Super Bowl. I think I was remiss not to put the Vikings on that list. I think they deserve to be there, and I think they deserve to be there over the Packers because, to Wood's point, those little mistakes end up adding up, especially when it matters most. And I think the Packers are probably still a little bit too young of a team right now to get where they need to, and that's okay. There's aspects of development that happen, so I'm not writing them off in the future. But for right now, they need a little bit more maturing. The Vikings, though, coaching staff wise, quarterback where it needs to be. Obviously, we know the weapons are dominant. Their defense is playing how it needs to be. They deserve to at least be on the short list, even if I think that they're at the back end of that list. They deserve to be on the short list of teams that can make it to the NFC. And I think the NFC playoffs are going to be really fun.
Yep. Well said.
Yeah.
Yo, Ev, the question you asked me, what was your answer to it?
Let me get Agent first, and then I'm gonna
Hold
go
on.
ahead and come back.
Yo, what's going on, Ed? What's going on, y'all? Good. What's going on? So yeah, no, I was gonna say, just piggybacking off what you were saying too, D-Mac. Like, I think yesterday's game, what impressed me is that I know what I'm gonna get every week from the defense. Like I said, every game we play, we'll be in it as long as the defense stays doing what they're doing, and I have no reason to believe that they won't. And Sam continues to play, even when the run game isn't firing on all cylinders. Aaron Jones, I think, went out kind of late in that, like late fourth. So he was out, and we drop off a lot when Cam Akers is in there. He's serviceable, but he doesn't have that same burst as Aaron Jones. So when we have to put the game on Sam, he's shown time and time again this season that he can throw it 45 times and still be successful. So I think the biggest story, what we didn't really talk about, or hasn't, I don't believe it's got brought up, is our offensive line yesterday was dialed in. I think they had like one sack. I think that was more of a coverage sack because Cam was just kind of holding the ball a little too long. I think Tom talked about it in in his commentary that he just kind of held the ball too long because he was just comfortable back there. So if our offensive line is going to protect like that throughout the entirety of the game, the defense is going to continue to play how they've been playing. I mean, we can beat whoever. Like I said, that next week's game is going to be big. I know we got they got a lot of injuries on their side. We'll see how it plays out, but I think as long as the offensive line can hold up like that, I think we should be good against any team in the playoffs. So it was a good game. T.J. Hawkinson in the middle of the field, Jettas controlling the game on the outside, and then causing a lot of commotion. And when you have someone like Addison as your number two, who can beat anybody one-on-one, I think we got a recipe for success as long as we can at least show that we can run the football, have that threat still with Aaron Jones in the backfield. I think we should be good. Yesterday was a good game. I think, like I said, the defense ran under gas. I think in that fourth quarter, I think at some point in time I saw that they only had like 25 yards in the second half. I think Green Bay, before they got hot in that fourth quarter. But like I said, defense plays how they play. We should be one of the top, three teams. I say three teams that has a chance to win it all, even if we are on the back end, just because no one still respects, Sam Darnold just yet, which is understandable because he hasn't done it.
Agent, can you count?
Yeah, what's up?
No, I said, can you count? You said like top two or three teams to win it all. Like,
Well, As far as
Damn.
teams win it all, I would say I said two. We're like in the three. I said like realistically teams that can win it all. Of course, the Eagles would be there. Us, I think your Lions would be three. So there's probably like I'm just talking about in the NFC. Like those
Oh,
are
okay. We good.
those
Okay.
are yeah.
Okay. You was
Yeah.
kind of like, whoa, okay.
My bad. Well, yeah, we'll be more specific. But yeah, NFC wise, who are like serious contenders.
Oh
Win
yeah,
it all
nah,
would be
for sure,
those three.
for sure.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold is the top 5 MVP candidate, Joe, via FanDuel. Josh Allen, Lamar, Saquon, Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold is the 5, but obviously Sam Darnold odds are ridiculous. Process, my response was the Ravens at the time we was having that conversation.
But where's golf in that?
Golf is
Wait, it was the Ravens.
Okay.
It was the
Bro,
Vikings.
4 and 5 don't matter.
The Ravens
Vikings
were.
having a harder path.
You think that the Ravens have a harder path?
No, it was what was the question? I forgot the question. I'm burned.
You said who has a harder path to get to?
No, who has an easier pass? Who has the easier path?
Easier path. Yeah, easier path.
Easier. Oh yeah, for me, I said Ravens. Yeah, Ravens. Yeah, and I feel like the reason why I said that because now, granted, it's looking like 14-2, potentially chance to go 15-2, and also get that first round bye. Different conversation. And I feel like at the time I wasn't making that argument. I wasn't having that convo. But when you look at the teams in the AFC, I feel like the Ravens were throughout this whole entire season been on par with the Chiefs and Bills. Now, granted, I know the record. One is 15-1, I think. The other is 13-3, and we're 11-5. But as far as level of play throughout the season, I think we've been on par. Everybody in the AFC, all the better teams in the AFC, I should say, which are the main teams that everybody's speaking on and know, they all been on the same par. In my opinion.
Put it this way: if the
You can
Eagles,
make the same case for the Vikings, though.
if the
And
Eagles play, if the Eagles
yes,
play
you
the
can.
Vikings in the NFC Championship game, or if the Eagles play the Vikings at home in the playoffs at some point, and it's in Minnesota, and they're the 1 seed, I bet you the Eagles are the favorite in Minnesota.
Easy.
That has to do with name value,
Yeah, I
as
think so
opposed
too.
to what has happened this season. Because again, the Vikings are
And
the
I
same,
promise you, it won't be more than 7 points.
Well,
and the Vikings are the same team
Don't say of course not, because
who
the way y'all
like
treat
the
the Vikings
Vikings
7
in
have
here,
points is
y'all
suffered.
treat them
crazy.
like the Panthers. So don't
7
say of
points
course
is
not.
The
crazy.
Vikings have suffered
there's
2
an
losses
asterisk
all
with
year,
that.
though.
BJ, shut
And
the fuck up.
one of the losses was
Gotta
a
stop
2-point
responding to him,
loss
bro.
to a team
How didn't
that
he win biggest bandwagon?
golly, bro. It
There's an
suffered 2
asterisk with the
losses all
Eagles.
year. One of the losses was a 2-point loss to a team that everybody in
Not
here
even on a
thinks
bandwagon.
is a top team in the NFL. And most people think it's the best team in the NFL. And then obviously they suffered their 10-point loss to the Rams, which was, we know what happened in that game. So again, I think it's just weird how we're evaluating the Vikings, who again, Sam yesterday threw for 380 yards. He threw for 380 yards. He was 31 for 41 and threw for 380 yards, had 3 tuds. And people are saying the Vikings aren't on these other teams' levels
Nah,
because
I didn't say they're not
14.
on our level. I just said if we were to go into their house, we would be the favorite, and that's not because
Well,
Vegas doesn't give a shit about names. We're just a better team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something that I think is very disputable. And that's my thing. I
well, the
think
Eagles
it can
haven't lost a
be
game healthy this
like
year, though.
you said what?
The Eagles haven't lost a game healthy this year, though.
I mean,
I mean, early in the
They
season,
literally
I
have
think
earlier
not.
they
in the
had one
season,
loss.
They
One
weren't
loss after
weren't
the
No,
healthy
no,
versus
I
the
mean,
They have
Falcons.
not
no.
lost a game healthy this year. That's a fact.
But
The two losses they had earlier this year,
that's
AJ did
fine.
not
That's
play.
fine. All 3 losses came when they weren't healthy.
AJ was out for
Cool.
that Falcons game. I don't remember.
Yeah, AJ didn't play in the Falcons
he
game.
didn't
He did
play.
not play in that game, and multiple other players did not play in that game as well.
Okay,
And I think that's the game Smitty got hurt.
they had this year, everybody was hurt. Cool.
Somebody would, like, some or a few people. I'm just like the Eagles have
Shit,
been,
that's
because
football.
here's the thing: like the Eagles have also like taken a view of the other.
I was gonna say, are we doing that? Okay.
Look. I think.
Yeah, dog, Jordan. I mean, shit, Mr. Aiden Hutchinson, your number 1 wide receiver. So I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God.
Shit, I don't know.
Okay. Relax. Y'all lost to Tampa Bay. Relax. But I think Minnesota. Like,
I didn't understand that.
I will say this: the Green Bay thing though is, if you look at their 5 losses, right? 2 to the Lions, 2 to the Vikings, and the Philly. It's like,
Yeah, just the teams they're gonna have to beat to
Yeah, like
Yeah, we're not
that's
saying that they're not losing to they're losing to better teams. Like we're just a better
well, no,
team
no,
than
no.
they
It's
are.
just yeah, like it's just you kind of have to just look and just be like, well, dang, it's like that kind of sucks that you cannot beat not one content. Like they needed to split to me at least one of those, whether it was Detroit or whether it was Minnesota. Like they needed to split at least one of those just to at least give themselves some semblance of confidence. Because right now, as it stands, they're probably gonna have to play Philly in a wild card weekend.
They got a better shot at beating Philly than they do Minnesota
No, they do
or
Bro,
not.
you be
Detroit.
saying bullshit. You be
No, they
saying
do not.
anything.
No, no.
Yes, they do,
No,
bro.
they do
You,
not.
No way, bro.
Bro,
What?
Jordan
they
Love
played,
can't.
bro. It's not a Philly thing. They played you all week one. I think the Packers and Philly are better than they were week one. But I also think that just means something. And then the divisional thing, unless you want to make the argument, hey, beating a team 3 times in one season, really tough, which is fair. But again, I think the fact that again they played the Eagles week one. I think that for everything that everyone in here has told me all year about them having the coaching advantage, at least especially in that matchup. Again, in this Vikings matchup, I don't think they truly have a coaching advantage.
But in the Philly matchup, I don't like even the
No,
coaching
Philly
there's no
matchup, they're
advantage
going
is
to
question in
get
the
cool.
killed
Philly
in the trenches.
matchup.
How they
You
be getting
But
killed in
you
the
niggas
trenches all
switched
year.
up
honestly,
like goodness
no.
gracious.
Honestly, yeah, you could say like Matt LaFleur is a better like coach. Like I'm not even gonna dispute that, but like on the field, they have zero advantages.
Literally
Like
zero.
there's no part
What
of the field,
advantages do
no
they
part of
have
no
against
there's
these
no
other
Packers
teams though?
unit on either side of the ball where you can look and you say they can win. Oh, their receivers can win against Philly secondary. Oh, their offensive line can win against Philly. Or their defensive line. No. There's
Their
none.
receivers definitely can win against Philly secondary. It's
What?
about
No, they are not. No, they are
No,
not.
they
no, bro.
not.
Bro, listen. I think y'all are maybe I'm looking at it wrong. When I hear that, I'm hearing there's no game plan that can be drawn up to get them open. I think there is. I think they can get open against Philly secondary. The thing is, will their line hold up enough? And with Jordan Love, because again, I don't think he's moving the same. I don't think he's extending the plays the same way or anything like that. I don't think he's as dynamic with his legs at this point in the season due to some of the bruises he's taken, get missed games this year, everything. On a knee that I'm sure isn't fully healthy after taking that type of spill early in the season, game one, all that. So again, all of those things valid, but to say that they're like if the line holds up, I think their receivers get open.
No, that was the game
Bro,
plan. Should have been
that's a
against.
big if they not running the ball well. If they're not running the ball well, they don't have a chance to
Also,
win the
that
game.
should have been the game plan last night. He kept sticking to the run, sticking to the run, sticking to the run until he was forced to pass. When they started to pass, they was working for the Packers. If they would have just went through the pass to start the game and had a more balanced like offense, they were getting open on the Vikings. That it's going to be harder to get open on our defense. Our defense is better than
And
theirs.
they have no answer for the Phillies offense. They're not going to contain Saquon. Like, come on, bro. Like stop it. You like I
like
said, bro,
they
just
may
bet your money, bro.
legitimately lose by 3 touchdowns. Like I'm not saying
Oh my gosh. Okay.
that is
I
literally a
mean,
possibility. I'm not saying like it would happen.
I'll
I'm
tell
just
you
saying
what,
like
man.
there's nothing
I think
like
you guys are
if you're talking
underrating how
if you're
damn
talking
good the
about a
coaching staff for
team.
the Vikings is. To be honest with you, like I do think it is, and I think the Eagles should be favorites, especially because of the trenches. Obviously, we know about the offensive weapons that they have. But I mean, there is a coaching advantage for the Vikings that will present itself during these playoffs, and I think that it'll make that game a lot closer than y'all are presenting it as.
Sure.
So I guess you guys think they're going to beat Detroit next week.
I have no issue. I mean,
No, it
it's
was
a coin
just a
toss. It's a
scenario that
coin
was
toss, in my
thrown
opinion.
out. I think they could win, they could lose.
Yeah,
I'm not.
it's a coin toss to me.
Yeah,
Yo,
but in
if
terms of the question where like if they are the 1 seed and the Eagles do have to go to Minnesota in that game,
Yeah, that's not
D-Mac
gonna be
said
easy.
I think the Eagles should be the favorite. That's what D-Mac said. He just made a point for the Vikings with the coaching. I think the Vikings should be the favorite, and I'm standing by that. I don't think you have this much success in a regular season and show multiple different ways to win because they can win with the run game, they can win through the air, and they can win on defense. They like they. The only issue I think could potentially be special teams. Yesterday really scared me with Powell fumbling. He got the ball back, but still just a mistake, mistake you can't make in the playoffs, stuff like that. And then having your kicker just not be able to convert field goals, those are mistakes that can't be had in the playoffs, can't be made in the playoffs. So
I
aside from
agree with
special
you.
teams, I think they can win in every facet. Not saying that they'll be better than the Eagles. I'm talking about they can win through the run game, they can win
Mhm.
through the air, and they can win on defense. Those
So
are
I think
things that I think aid them in that matchup because the Eagles
so. I
also
think the
can
Eagles
win
can
through the
do the
run
same.
game, can win through the air, and can win on defense.
Right. So you would you what? So what do you think the deciding factor would be? And to me, it's do you trust Darnold or do you trust Hurts more in this situation? Because Darnold's never been in this situation. That's all.
Yeah, that's very valid. That's very valid, and I can't
Yeah,
push back against
that's
that. I think
and I'll
Darnold has
say
played
same thing.
better
I
than
can't push
Hurts this
back.
year. Hold on, go ahead, agent. My fault.
No, no, you go West. I was just gonna disagree with process that. You're right. I got nothing to rebuttal with that there because we just haven't seen it with Sam. So we've seen it with Hurts, in the playoffs, but all this is gonna be new for Sam. So we'll have to cross
I
that
don't
bridge when
even
we get there.
I don't even know if it's just that. Do we trust the O line for them to hold up? Philly got
That's another
monsters.
issue.
They got
Like
they
the
got monsters
No,
on that
trenches.
on
yeah,
that D line. They have
Yeah,
legit
no,
monsters.
they do.
that's an issue for sure. I will say though, if if they do, and I don't think the Eagles are gonna wreck their O line the entire game. I do think they will have you know drives where they can sustain, where like they can hold up, and then it's about do they convert. And I think Sam all year shown, hey, I make the passes on the money. I might have one questionable throw, um, maybe each game, maybe I had a questionable throw in 10 out of the 16 we played, however you want to slice it. But again, I'm making pinpoint passes. We have, and the synergy is there. You see it. He has synergy with all of his weapons. Hawkinson, Naylor, Jettas, Addison. There's synergy everywhere, all across the board. And I think that matters. I think KLC obviously is a monster. And then also, too, the weapons themselves. I think they can have as much success versus the Eagles secondary as any core in the league, like pass catching core. I think
That's
it's
true.
to Shaggy's point, it'll be the trenches. And if they can hold up for enough drives, I think they can win that game. And it's defensively though, I hear the point. Because if Hurts is on point, I don't think the Vikings truly have a way of stopping them. It's more so about, hey, what Hurts do you get? Do you get the perfect Hurts who's on point, making all the throws, and obviously knowing Saquon's going to have his day? Or do you get a Hurts who's kind of splotchy? And if he is, and he's spotty, excuse me, then I think that that game is a lot closer. But it'll be fun if we get it. Gotta wait
Yeah,
till
that would be
next week,
fun.
though.
Now,
Too
because
bad we
D-Mac's right. What's his name? Flores is going to take away something from Hurts, right? Whether it's going to be his run or AJ run over the top or whatnot. Flores is going to like devise some type of scheme to take away something. But if Hurts is dealing, then I mean, there's not much you can just take away from him. But it'll be a fun game if we do get that game though, especially in Minnesota.
Yeah,
And,
because I was
and
gonna
I
say
also I will also say I do not. It's no small thing, and there's not many of these places, but that Vikings stadium is a home field advantage. When you get in that place, it is loud as all hell. So there are not going to be very many teams that want to go in there and try and operate with that. So them, if they could win this game, that's going to be a massive advantage for them, no matter who they play from here until the rest of the NFC
yeah,
playoffs.
because I was gonna say because on now conversely, obviously now if you had to go to Philly, now
Yeah,
you
it's going to be
also be talking about the elements playing into play.
elements too. Yes,
You
and
Yeah.
know,
it's not to say that I don't think that the Vikings can operate in the elements. They obviously just don't operate as well as they do as at home, which is a home thing, but also because
Can't really.
they go fast. How many times have we seen Flores play against Hurts? Trying to go back in my memory bank.
last year did they play last year? Did Minnesota? No, just kidding. Hold on.
They did play last year.
Who?
Hurts at a solid game versus Philly and Minnesota. Hurts at a solid game. No, he was,
Okay, was it like week
he
2 or
was right.
something? I think I remember.
Yeah,
that game.
it was early on. Yeah,
It was an early week. Yeah.
it was early on. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, especially if it's in Minnesota.
So now I guess did anybody's view of Philly's team or the quality of their team change within the last couple weeks, or maybe like with the loss to Washington? Like, did that change anybody's view of Philly at all?
I mean,
Nah, not for me.
not
Me
not
either.
really
Not for me
big.
either.
It was like I said at the time, it was just surprising to see what happened to the defense in that particular one quarter. But does it make me think they can't win or like don't have a really good chance to win? No.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because I remember we made
a defense when everybody was on the field this week.
because we made a tier list, right? And I would just kind of remember that like
8 sold out, didn't he, Shaggy?
the Eagles and Lions are on their own tier. So I was just
You said what, Wes?
Excuse me, Jordan, my fault, but I just said 8 sold out, didn't he?
Well, but they don't want to speak on him getting thrown out the game last week, and that's when they start eating the middle of the field up. You see what my man CD do when he on the field. He not good, though. Fuck Detroit. They talking about clown-ass Detroit niggas, man. My man came back to Philly and balled out, nigga.
Man.
It's funny. People, and it's crazy because CJ Gardner-Johnson, he does talk a lot. It's easy to dislike him. And earlier in the season, he was, you know, he had some tough games, you know. But CJ Gardner-Johnson
That's
is a
because
good
he
player.
kept getting put in man coverage on bad matchups, bro.
Yeah, that's CJ Gardner-Johnson is to me a really good safety. And I said it when they made the acquisition in the offseason. I thought it would matter and it would take their secondary up a notch. Obviously, Quinion has helped that effort as well. It's not just the Gardner-Johnson thing, but that's a good player, man. Oh, and Cooper DeJean, yeah. Let me shout out Cooper.
Hey, real quick, can I tell Process something real quick? Hey, Process, I want to like start back up the conversation like we did last week, but I'm starting to really go towards what you were talking about with Sam. I'm with Shaggy though. I think we still gonna start JJ next year, and Sam's gonna be with somebody else. But man, I really don't.
Mad as shit. JJ about to come out on time. I got stock in JJ right now. Trust.
No, I know. I think I put this on the timeline. I really do believe that all the throws that we see Sam making, I believe JJ can make, and Neef being 100%, I think he's actually even more mobile than Sam as well. Kind of like, so I get why they would go with JJ, but man, Sam is really making a real difficult case to like, if he wants to stay and take a pay cut, like that's difficult. Because when you think about it,
that would be the best way.
Look,
if he take a pay cut, that would be the best way.
Because I was looking at it. He's only 27. Like he's younger than Burrow. He's younger than Allen. Like he's the same age as Lamar. He's younger than Pat. Like he's still young. He's been in the league for like 7 years.
The thing is this.
He's not going to take one, bro, because he never got paid.
That's the thing.
You know
you can't even though yes, I'm saying this is the opportunity. He has had a spectacular year in this system coming here. If the Vikings want to pay him that type of deal, then and stay, makes total sense. But he can get multiple, this is his opportunity to strike while iron's hot. This is why you go somewhere and prove yourself in a really good situation so that you can hit the market and do this. So for me, I would say go and take whatever the best offer is.
Because I was hearing 140, 150 mil. Like
go
what's
cash
that
out. Go cash out.
No, yeah, I think like 3-4 year deal. I think that's what I was just hearing. Like in terms of just the talk, it was just like, bro, he's gonna make get $150 million contract next year, which like kind of similar to the Daniel Jones contract a little bit. I'm just like not the structure of it, but in terms of the amount, the dollar amount, I'm just like, if they want to keep him, they have to break the bank to do that. So
that's tough, man. I'm looking, man. Like even I think I'm not sure if it's correct or not as far as age wise goes, but and I'm not comparing the two, but I'm comparing you finding a quarterback and pairing him with the right scheme, system, play caller, coach.
Mhm.
I think they said that was it Drew Brees when he was traded to the Saints, he was traded at like age 27. And you not saying Sam is Drew Brees by any stretch of the means, but Drew Brees and Sean Payton together was like the perfect match. You know what I'm saying? So like, damn,
Mhm.
Sam is really, project like you said, Daniel Jones was never rated that high coming out when the New York drafted him. Like everybody was good with the Jets drafting Sam Darnold based off of his talent. So it's like you really have a talented quarterback now meeting almost like the perfect storm, coach, team, players around him, organization. It's like, damn, do we really let that walk? I do trust in JJ. Like I said, he's from Michigan guy and all that. I think JJ can do the same thing, but really going with think, and I really am sitting here watching Sam do it right now. So it's a tough decision. I don't want to make it because I was on board with going JJ next year. I still am, but Sam is making it difficult. And if he balls
Well,
out in any stretch of the playoffs, it's really going to be difficult to really just
Another
watch that guy go.
so another thing to consider it. Well, it's two things, but it's really the same. Because I'm trying to decipher. Like, do y'all think Sam's next deal is going to be like a 4 or 5 year deal, or more like a 2 or 3 year deal?
I think. I mean, it depends on what he wants. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I think like
Because
And
yeah,
team, yeah.
yeah. Because like, if I'm Sam, and obviously all parties have to be involved, like on board. Like, what's it like right now? What is a situation that he's looking at where it's like, I want to go there? Obviously, he wants his money, and that could be first and foremost. But if he's taking a longer term outlook, and he's taking maybe like a shorter term, if his next deal is like a 2 or 3 year deal, let's say a 2 year deal, 2 or 3 year deal,
Mhm.
like he's got to also consider like the deal after that. Like, what is going to be a situation that's going to put me in set me up for success to then get paid again? Because
I
being
think he
27.
only takes the 2 or 3 year deal if he stays in Minnesota.
yeah, I was supposed to say
And that's
Minnesota's
Like,
your
and that's
best.
kind of what
Minnesota's
and that's kind of what I was getting at, because I'm not looking.
yeah.
I'm looking across the league. What's a good situation for him for real? Like, what are the good situations to where, okay, I can stay here, play well, get paid right now, but also put good resume together to where I get paid after that.
So if that could be Minnesota, right? Like Minnesota would probably be the best bet in terms of situation. But now the question is, now if you're the Vikings, right? You drafted JJ McCarthy 10th overall as your quarterback of the future. What do
You
you
just
do
said,
with him?
if they're playing this well, like me personally, I would stick with Sam for at least one more year. But I see why they wouldn't. They drafted the kid to obviously be better than Sam, to do the things that Sam is doing, but also some of the situations where Sam takes sacks and can't escape the pocket, JJ can do that, and so it cuts down on the negative plays. But if it's going this well, like I'm rolling
I
with it.
ideally you could get a 3 year deal, right? Get him next year while JJ, because the thing is, even the ACL injuries, obviously you have the 1 year recovery time, but you also have the year where you don't look the same, right? So even that
Uh-huh.
period of time where you could maybe properly like
Well, no,
heal
this
and
was just
stuff.
an MCL. I think he'll be
Yeah,
But
fine.
this is an
it's
MCL. Yeah,
oh, it was an
this is a,
ACL. Oh, okay,
this
okay,
is an MCL.
okay. So you should be fine. Well, I mean that's tough because my thing is like, are you willing to have JJ sit on the bench year 2, possibly year 3, or however long? Like my thing is like, if you're
Usually that's a problem but they're like, it's like, I get them wanting to put him out there, but usually that's a problem if the guy who's out there is holding you back in some way.
true now, if you are making, oh, okay. So how far do you think the Vikings need to get to for this to actually like?
I think if they get to the NFC title game and lose, and Sam is not the reason that they lose, or he's not, he shows that he can be a reason that they can win and not just like
Yeah.
a reason that they don't lose.
Mhm.
Then I think, yeah, you run it back. Like if he is playing as well
That's
as he
not
is this
enough, bro.
season.
That's not enough. It got to be the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, I disagree
Listen,
with that.
Shaggy, you're
I disagree
tripping,
with that.
bro.
because
If they
because my,
if they lose in the NFC title game and he's played well through all playoffs, I think that's enough.
I mean,
because
there's
to
got to
Losing
be
me
is not
because
some
enough to
even
win
a
respect
the
for
game.
shorter
what he's
You got to win.
accomplished this
It got to
year.
be losing in the bowl.
No, bro.
because here's
JJ
my
Yeah, I
thing, right?
disagree with that.
Bro, what first
Even
year
at a
I hear
quarterbacks
discount,
have
you though.
shown? Hold on, Jordan. What first year quarterbacks have shown the ability to take a team this far anyway? Like Sam, I think
Bro,
But
that's the
Shaggy's
how
also
you
really
was
high
bro.
on
mentioning,
JJ too. I
Bro,
think
listen, no, no, no,
that
no, no, no.
depends
This
too.
is the problem. Y'all keep acting like the Eagles with Sam. Next year they're going to repeat this success. Winning is not easy. I'm going with my
again,
rookie.
true, but they have a better shot at repeating with Sam, especially if he performs in the offs as well.
but now here's the thing.
Shaggy, do you think that JJ McCarthy would be starting right now?
You said what?
Do you think that JJ McCarthy would be starting right now?
If what he was healthy?
Yeah,
Yes.
they would disagree with that.
Well, it's just I just
Yeah.
consider because, like I said,
That I mean, they had
even if you
Darnold
bring
as
him
the
back on
guy
a
going up. They wanted to sit JJ to start the year.
Yeah, JJ was always to me even if it's not the whole year, a
Hold
sit
up.
kind
You
of
talking
guy.
about if you talking about from week one, D Mac?
I'm just saying throughout the season. I mean, Sam Darnold, if he would have had the season that he currently is having, I don't think that they would have sat him down at any point for
Oh no,
JJ.
no, no! I don't
Oh
see.
no, 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 no. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
And they want they that
No.
was my only
He's
thing.
saying like because if he didn't get hurt in a preseason, who's starting week one?
It sounded like they
JJ.
wanted Sam to. They wanted Sam
No,
to start
Sam
the
Sam
mini
was going
camp.
to start week. Sam was going to start
Yeah.
in my mind before the success that he started out with. I said that he was going to probably come in after the bye. I think at the bye we had either Detroit before the bye or after the bye. I can't remember exactly, but I knew after about the first 6 or 7 weeks, I was like, if Sam's just kind of out there looking like Sam, then JJ will come in at that point. And I think there was a point where we went like 2-2, we lost to the Rams and whatnot. We went like 2-2 in a quick stretch that maybe they make the change at that point, but I think KLC would have probably let Sam work his way through it, and luckily he did, and we're still here now. But I don't think Sam sees the field. Not Sam, JJ sees the field
Bro, it's just
at all this
he's not
season.
good enough, bro. I'm sorry, he's not good enough for me to play. I mean, for me to bench my rookie fam and pay him when I can spend that money elsewhere when a team that
Yeah,
need it. So we're good.
there's a line there. I was just saying that
Yeah,
Sam was
there's
going to
nothing
start the
that
year,
shows that
and
this year Sam hasn't been good enough to make that decision. That's all based off of his career up, like, which is fair. It's fair to say 1 year isn't enough for me to kind of trust my future, put my future into your hands. It's fair to
I said
take
that
that
last week too.
stance, but again, I think a lot of people, because of how hard it is to come by success, and how, again, that synergy I spoke to earlier, everybody in that locker room believes in Sam. Everybody, and it's not a we don't believe in JJ, like it's a damn, we just believe in Sam, and Sam is also going on the field, and he showed out. So
So
how do you can then go to, again, in the scenario that Jordan was threw out there, the scenario where he goes into the playoffs and he plays well and just gets eliminated? How do you then
Because
go
what
to
I
that
believe in
team
winning. If
and
he
say we're
wins,
pivot? You said what?
losing in an NFC title game is not enough for me to pay him.
Yeah, okay. We'll see
so
what they
so
do.
because here's my and I will say so agent, what is your exact like cap situation? Because here's the thing, right? If you break the bank and you basically give let's say you give him 3 years, $100 million, right? Like I think it was processed at
Yeah,
something like Baker got. Does that cost you key players?
I don't. Someone could look that up. D-Man, I'm not sure if you guys got your computers up, but I think next year, I think even Shaggy said that we got a lot of money. Like, remember, like this is the Mike Zimmer defense that we had before KLC kind of got there and inherited. Like all those guys outside of Harrison Smith, everybody's gone. So all that money, those big guys, Hendricks, Eric Hendricks, and all those guys, those are off the books. The Dalvin Cooks, those guys are gone. So like our biggest contracts are like JJ's. Jetta's got a big contract. TJ got paid. Like I think Dillashaw, our left tackle, got paid. We don't have a lot of big contracts on the books right now. Even Byron
Okay, because
Murphy
I was gonna
Jr.
say
I
because
think
if you can
is up. So we
because
got a lot of money to
if you
play with
can
next year.
okay because if you can get him and not because here's the thing, if signing Sam costs you significant players, I'm not doing it. Like I don't because it's still somewhat situation based. Like okay, wait, if this situation changes to where now you're putting more on it, I don't believe that you can, to me, change the circumstances around and Darnold's going to elevate his play.
Yeah, that's fair, Jordan. I think that's perfectly fair. Minnesota's in a really good place from their cap sheet. I think that
Okay.
even if you do add Sam Darnold to that, you can still, and that means like you're adding $30 million, and again, the cap situation, the way that those caps work out, it wouldn't be $30 million, but you can add Sam Darnold to these books and be just fine from a cap situation.
And
Personally,
they have things they can address with their roster, but their roster isn't in a bad spot either.
yeah, it's in a good position. To me, you know what that I would make this analogous to is it to me that Vikings team that lost the Giants in the playoffs. That was not a team that I want to say I'm running it back from that perspective because it had
Yeah.
obvious flaws to it. Same way I felt the way about the Giants. I ended up winning that game in that perspective. This is not one of those teams. This is a legitimately really good team. They have a good roster, really good coaching staff, and obviously we'll see if Flores ends up staying. You obviously hope that he does from that perspective. They have the flexibility to keep Sam Darnold and continue to add around them as well. And then, to me, in my personal opinion, I understand the conversation around JJ McCarthy and making sure that he plays. Because again, you're not going to just put it on ice. But in my personal opinion, you drafted JJ. You knew that you wanted to sit him for a year. That was your plan throughout the summer, even before he got hurt. You got a great return based on what Sam Darnold ended up putting into it. If you feel like you bring Sam Darnold back and have him compete with JJ and JJ wins that job, great. If Sam, plays well and then you feel good about bringing JJ in later on, also great. To me, having multiple avenues that are good options is not a bad thing from that
I was gonna
perspective.
say,
And they're in a
but
position to take that path.
D-Mac, if you bring him back, that's not a competition if you're bringing him back. Like, that's a Sam's job if you're bringing him back. Because
it depends on the structure of the contract.
That's going to be over 100.
If your bonuses are if it's a 4-year deal and you can get after it after 2, then that's something that you can stomach and say, hey, he's going to be our backup for the next 2 years. I don't think that's
because here's the thing though, because like it's really tough for him to play the way he has this season, hypothetically play the way in the playoffs, and then you bring him back and bench him.
But that's the thing. JJ has to. If you brought him back, JJ would have to go above and beyond to win that job before
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Honestly, the Minnesota coaching staff, it would be a quote unquote competition, but we would really know who would be quarterback one. To me, it'd be similar to the 49ers.
If that scenario plays out how Jordan Wills just said it, he's signing for whatever more Baker Mayfield got, significantly more. He goes to a title game, he's signing for way more.
Oh yeah, the more than 30. You talking about? What was the number?
Yeah,
more than 30.
Sam should be looked at as the incumbent, and most probably will start at week 1. I'm just saying, allow JJ to have that competition of saying, hey, you got to earn your way onto the field.
And I promise you, if they get into a bidding war, they're going to bow out.
And that's fine. I think that's perfectly understandable. KOC is in a position kind of like LaFleur where he can go and get another quarterback and have that be a bridge guy to start out the season.
No, this is where it comes down to Sam too, though, because kind of what I was talking about before. If I'm Sam, I mean, obviously you're gonna always believe you can thrive in any situation, but I got a good thing here. I might take 35 here versus 40 somewhere else because I'm going to be more set up for success. And then if I play better here, I can then go get my big deal somewhere else because I've proven it one more time.
I agree wholeheartedly, Woods. It's got to be this team is blowing me out of the water to leave this. What is going to be the best situation that you're going to find.
I don't remember when exactly they signed Daniel Jones, but do you think they signed Daniel Jones with the plan in mind that, okay, we're probably going to get outbid for Sam and we're just going to have another guy that we can put to tread water until JJ's ready to
Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Giants signed Daniel Jones?
You said what?
No, it's talking about the Vikings. When they released him, the Vikings picked him up.
Yeah. I mean, I think they brought in because they needed the quarterback depth. Yeah, who was the backup quarterback that you guys had agent before him? I don't remember.
Nick Mullins.
Or they got like 5 people on the roster. Right
Daniel Jones is better than Nick Mullins, so I think that's all that was about. I don't think it was about any future plans.
Okay.
But it could factor in, certainly. I think that'll be part of it moving forward if it does come, if Sam does go in believing. But I think that was just more of an immediate aspect of it.
Gotcha, like an emergency if something happens. Yeah. I got you.
Mm-hmm. But again, Daniel Jones, that's a smart bet to make on himself. Hey, let me go this place that's already revived guys' careers and see, if I put myself in the mix.
good Vikings conversation, Sam Darnold conversation, and etc. Obviously, I'm glad they flexed that game for Sunday Night Football next week with the Vikings versus the Lions. Everybody will be watching that game. Winner wins the division, also winner gets the first round bye. If you are in here, guys, there's 32 likes on this video with 55 people. Greatly appreciated. Make sure y'all like the video, hit the thumbs up button if you do not already. And also, if this is your first time tapping into Fact and Stats today, Fact and Stats, or if you even rewatched us live, Fact and Stats is a daily sports show Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Open platform for anybody to come on the stage and speak their mind. So make sure you all hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed already. Also, you can extend your support for the platform. Start with becoming a member. You look to the right. I mean, if I look, you see Kenny, Zero Salvo, Establish, Process, DMAC, many more that are members of the Fact and Stats YouTube community. 3 different levels you can join at, and you can join straight from your phone. All you gotta do is hit the description on this video, and it will literally say become a member. And that just extends your support to the platform. Also, you can send super chats and or super stickers at any time throughout the show as well. And we got one more game to cover before we move to NBA talks. We had the Commanders versus the Falcons. I did not get it. We got Commanders versus the Falcons. I don't think we got Justin Achille. If you in here, are you in the building, Justin Achille? Justin Achille, are you in the building? Do want y'all to brief thoughts on this Commanders and Falcons game. I think Jaden Daniels put on a hell of a performance last night, 3 touchdown passes. Also had 127 with his own 2 feet on the ground as well. Zach Ertz, I think, had a game-winning touchdown in overtime. But what were y'all thoughts overall on this game? The Commanders are 11-5, bro.
They don't have the Falcons don't have a serious coach that's gonna really take them anywhere, and I think the sooner they realize that, the better. It's not gonna obviously you don't fire a dude out of this kind of year, but Raheem Morris, one of them dudes, is just never gonna take a team anywhere of consequence, and so they'll realize that in a couple years.
Nigga, we realizing that right now. Oh man. I don't know if anybody else was talking. I just got up.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, you brother.
Oh boy, where do I start? Let's see. I guess I'll start with Penix. I think that's like the. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna start with the Commanders. I'm start with the Commanders first. I got to tip my hat to Jaden Daniels. I think he had a hell of a performance. Used his legs. Obviously we struggled against the run.
No playoffs.
Against the mobile quarterbacks. So he got whatever he wanted. Had a crazy game on the ground. Broke a record, I think, RG3's record, I believe, something like that. So he had a hell of a performance. We limited him passing. He got a few passes off to Zacchaeus. He had like 80-something yards. Terry, we didn't really see much of him because AJ Terrell shout out. But yeah, I think their offense didn't look that good, but they did enough to beat us. And it started with Jaden Daniels just moving his feet and being mobile. So yeah, shout out to Commanders for that. To our team, I'm gonna start with the offense first. Penix, I think we got a guy. We got a guy. Obviously we had some overthrows, but that's just a lack of chemistry with the receivers that we do have. This is the second game starting, so I expect that. I'm not worried about the overthrows. I expect that to improve going into the offseason, getting that rapport with Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Kyle Pitts if he's still here, and Bijan. So he'll be fine, but he showed me that we can at least be in the hunt for a game. Like he can get us down the field, make those throws, make those plays. So Michael Penix, we got a guy. We got a guy. He's all right with me. O-line did their job. Bijan had a hell of a game, 2 touchdowns, 90-something yards. I didn't like that we didn't run the ball as much as we should have compared to the first half. Bijan had like 80-something yards and finished with like 90. That's unacceptable for a top 3, top 5 running back. We need to give him the ball and help out our rookie quarterback who's just now starting, kind of establish the run, and we didn't do that. We just threw the ball. But also the Commanders had the ball like majority of the game, so it's kind of hard for us to run any plays when we don't have the ball. So that's the offense. The defense, boy, oh boy. The tackling, piss poor. We couldn't tackle for shit. We did a lot of shoulder tackles. We're not trying to, wrap niggas up. We're not trying to, make any hits. The first half, we got pressure on Jaden. We got to him. But just D Alford, number 20. Anybody that watched that game, you saw him getting used and abused yesterday. Like they were just picking on him. They got whatever they wanted whenever he's on him. Like he's a free completion. Um, Let me see. Jesse Bates didn't have his best game. I was really disappointed in him and his performance. Um, Justin Simmons, he's washed. Uh, Judon had some good plays. I didn't like him being in coverage. He was in coverage like way too many times for my liking. But he had overall he had like a somewhat okay game. AJ Terrell had Terry McLaurin in prison. 5 yards, like one catch. He got targeted like 7 times, I believe, and yeah, I only had one catch. So shout out AJ Terrell for that. But the
Beautiful defense.
defense, yeah, I was because a lot of people were like, Terry's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. I'm like, okay. I mean, well, I got to see it. If we have AJ traveling on Terry, which we did, I didn't expect him to do too much. So shout out AJ Terrell for that. But just the tackling, we just couldn't stop him. Our linebackers are so slow, so Jaden got whatever he wanted.
I was about to say, y'all have no athletes, bro. Y'all have no fast players on defense.
Yeah, none. Like they just like
Like,
Lorenzo Carter, like he's
I
slow.
think, look, is that y'all fat? Is that y'all best athlete
It's our best athlete. Like on our D line.
on your defense?
On our defense, our fastest player. Is that honestly it's Troy Anderson, but he's
Anderson,
he's
yeah,
on IR. He's
linebacker.
on IR, so he's our fastest linebacker. Like, well, he's the fastest player on defense in general, but he's hurt, so he definitely would have helped. But yeah, and then last but not least, Raheem Morris. I was excited when we brought him back. He's a charismatic guy. He
You
has
were?
belief in his team. Boy, man, he did this twice. We had 2 timeouts going into halftime and at the end of the game. 2 timeouts, didn't use them. He's done this quite a few times this season. So I was confused. I was upset, but honestly, I'm not shocked because he's done this all season. Just really piss poor time management, just really bad. And his reasoning behind it makes it even more upsetting. He said that he thought that at the fourth quarter, I'm sorry, in the fourth quarter, he didn't call the timeout. Darnell Mooney got the catch. He said he thought that they would have got to the line of scrimmage a little faster. So you're telling me
Type
our
shit.
rookie quarterback, it's
Type
his
shit.
fault that he didn't get to the line of scrimmage faster, and that's why you didn't call a timeout? Okay. All right. That went well on Falcons Twitter.
It's okay though, because he said he would consider doing something differently next time. So it's okay.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. He just he chewed the hell out that gum. No, I'll tell you that he'll chew the hell out that damn
Bro.
gum on the sideline. Uh, but yeah, it's just really bad. And then even Michael Penix, even after the game, he said they asked him about that shit too. He said, "Oh, that was on Coach Raheem. Like he thought that was the vision or whatever." And Michael Penix let it know that wasn't me. That was him. So
Wait, that wasn't him in regards to the timeout?
yeah, to the timeout.
Oh wow, I didn't see that.
So I was like, yeah, this isn't
Then he
good.
didn't
But
challenge the Zach Ertz catch, not the touchdown, but the one before that. Like he did not catch that fucking ball.
yeah, see, yeah, exactly. So again, Raheem Morris, man, I don't know what he's out there doing. I mean, the defense, I know he's had a hand in that lately, but it's just some plays, a few plays that it's just like, what were you doing? What was going through your mind? Do you not have somebody that says, hey, we got 2 timeouts, let's utilize one?
Yeah,
We
y'all
don't.
got the
Y'all
y'all got
wanted
the
him so bad, nigga.
y'all got the Brandon Staley at Todd Bowles. Congratulations, that's the coach.
Yeah, pretty much. T man, listen,
Y'all
he sold
wanted
us a
y'all wanted
dream,
our
bro.
offensive. Y'all want and our DC, bro. Shout out.
But like Zach Robinson, I'm gonna give him more like grace because this is his first year being an OC. Like he ain't been the
Yeah,
best, so I'm gonna give him grace. But Raheem, you've been a head coach before. This is rookie shit. Like if this was Canales in Carolina or um, Mike McDonald in Seattle, their first time head coaches. So I would understand if they made that mistake. But you've been a head coach before. This is your third time now, and you're making rookie mistakes. So
Who were the other candidates when y'all hire him?
Bill Belichick, Harbaugh. Um,
So Harbaugh obviously didn't want it. He wanted to go.
Yeah, Harbaugh. Yeah, he wanted to be on the Chargers,
And
but
then Belichick was what?
we told him no. And I was in here like I changed my Abby to Bill Belichick and the Falcons hoodie and everything. I was like, bro, bring me Bill Belichick, bro. Bring me Bill Belichick. And it's like, nah.
Y'all said no, but and I get telling him no, but you told him no for Raheem Morris. Like,
I'm pretty sure Raheem was like our fourth or fifth option, honestly. But yeah, it's just I'm on to next season. I'm not expecting the Saints to do us any favors, so our season is definitely over. I don't care if it's 15%, our season is over. So we just got to see what we got with Penix, which I think we have a franchise quarterback. Like I said, as long as he builds that chemistry with his receivers, I think he'll be just fine. Our team will be just fine. So it's just the goal is to build a better team around him. So, yeah.
That coach is an idiot. What does he do?
I mean, you're gonna be right back in the same
What does
situation
he
next
do?
year, brother. I hate to tell you.
Damn.
Bruh.
Justin, I'm saying I appreciate you, bro. You went offense, defense, coaching. You went way in depth. So thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, one last thing. That kicker, yeah, he can go too. The noodle leg nigga. That
Yeah,
like
I remember
he
that's what they
had
said
me,
about
bro.
young
I was like,
Philly
bro, we about to win that shit. It's like right down the middle, and then that shit
Bro,
went the fuck
thought
over.
y'all won, Brad.
That shit was
bro,
like
I
10
didn't
yards
realize
short.
y'all had lost
Bro.
until the crowd, because I ain't had a broadcast on.
Mm-hmm.
So it was on the line, and I was like, damn, these niggas won. And I'm reaching for my phone to go send some shit. Gotta get on Twitter, gotta join the playback room, start talking shit.
Yeah.
Man, I look back at the screen, and it's like everybody holding their hands. And I'm like, damn, the nigga missed.
And everybody thought it was Young Way Cool. A lot of people didn't even know Young Way
I
Cool
think
was
the
on
announcer
IR.
man said that. I think the announcer was going.
Bro,
Young Way Cool was on IR. His season was done.
I don't even.
I think that's gonna happen. Look,
waiting.
Phil, y'all. The Falcons are gonna be the Falcons.
I don't blame the kicker one bit because
I'm not blaming the kicker. I blame Raheem because he should have got us closer.
Because when Penix completed that pass to Mooney on the right sideline, it was 31 seconds ago. First off, I thought Mooney was able to get out of bounds. I don't know how he wasn't, but
I don't know how he didn't.
But 31 seconds ago, when they snapped the ball and threw an incomplete pass, it was 12 seconds on the clock. That man wasted 15 to 20 seconds.
And you forgot to bring up the fact that these niggas went Wildcat.
Oh my God.
for no.
I saw Michael Bridges in motion. I was like,
Jordan.
oh my God.
The ball goes right past.
What you say, Shaggy?
I said that shit like that. I don't care what nobody say. I'm a fan of firing niggas after 1 year.
Yes.
Hey, Shaggy, bro.
Yes.
I will not be mad at that
Yes.
shit, bro. I will sleep like a fucking baby.
Bruh,
If that shit happens.
when you know a dude is not it, he's
That's
not
a hard
it.
sell because he's not the play caller. That's a
He's
hard
not
sell.
it, bro.
It goes through the head coach no matter what,
I
bro.
understand that.
No, but that's game management. 31 seconds ago.
So
call timeout.
I'm with you on that.
They went
Jordan
into
Wilson.
overtime with a timeout with an extra timeout.
Yeah,
that's what made it worse.
That's inexcusable. I actually thought he ended the game with 2. Really, really unacceptable. But for the play call, I think defensive head coaches, bruh, sometimes they just let their OCs rock. And maybe that is still a sign of a coach that's not cut out for it. Because you do need to, at the end of the day, you would like your head coach to, nah, this ain't the play we need to be in, man. Give me 3 other plays that we can go to or check.
Thank God it worked out at the end.
And he allowed the head coach to go in front and run the whole second half.
So
I mean the OC.
And the thing is, Raheem Morris is not the only one who does it. For some strange reason, I don't know when it became a trend that when you had 2 timeouts and you complete a pass inside of 40 seconds, you don't call the timeout and you try to hurry up. Like, I saw the Bears do that shit the other night. I'm like, bro,
the rationale.
Because you can hurry up, get a playoff, get extra yards,
but they're treating it. They're almost treating it as if, and it's dumb. But I guess I'm trying to explain dumb rationale. I think they're treating it as if one of the timeouts is to get the kicking unit on the field. So that timeout almost doesn't even exist. So you have another timeout to make another throw in the middle of the field, and then call timeout, and then try to get more yards after that.
You throw to the sideline, get out of bounds. You throw to the middle timeout.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say because that rationale
That's what
cost
I'm saying.
the
It's dumb.
Bears.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Because remember the Bears on Thanksgiving tried to do some shit like that where it's like, all right, dude took the sack. All right, let's hurry up. I'm like, bro, when you see 10 seconds roll off the clock, 12, like, bro, call the timeout. Scrap whatever you had going on and just call the timeout. I'm just like, it's almost like you're like, oh, well, fuck, we already let all this time roll down. We might as well. I'm like, bro, what? Bruh.
Yeah.
That should be like.
And like niggas on Twitter will call us like emotional, like on Falcons Twitter, but like a lot of us want that nigga gone. Like like they say like we've like kept niggas for less, but like this, like I'm not mad if we let this nigga go. Like we have the right pieces. We have our franchise quarterback potentially. We got a receiver, whatever, our running back, our offensive weapons, our line, all that shit. But like shit like this, like that's fireable. And it's been shit like this all season. So I'm not mad if we fire him. We're not going to.
The problem is y'all probably won't because
We're
the
not.
trend is now that y'all made the move, it's like, all right, let's give Morris a chance with a season of this guy and then see what happens. That's what's the rationale going to be, or why y'all probably going to keep him. So
yeah, it's just bad. But yeah. Shout out Drake, finally hit that 1K mark. Finally. Kyle Pitts actually looked okay, which was weird. But yeah, bad loss.
Either way, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Good conversation on the game. Good conversation on the game. A good conversation around the NFL, period. We got Monday Night Football game tonight. Not really much there. Jordan, I already know your stance as far as you just want guys to rest or more likely just come out healthy. Because this is basically means nothing. You more so got next week to play for something. It's understandable. We have the Lions versus the 49ers. Not really adding anything to that, really. Before we hit to the NBA, I didn't even know I had that floating on the screen still. Before we get to the NBA talks today, I'm thinking of moving we haven't done power rankings in like 3 weeks. I'm thinking of moving that to Monday, to be honest, as far as the NBA, just to start the week with it versus doing it in the middle of the week or the end of the week. So I'll see how that looks potentially today. If not today, we definitely gonna do it on Wednesday. But in here, if you are in here, guys, don't forget to like the video, spam that like button. Don't forget to share it with whoever you know that likes to listen to sports talks or talk sports. And if you can't come to the stage, make sure you are interacting as well. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. If you are not a member, make sure you do become a member or look to becoming a member. The link to becoming a member is in the description. You can also send super chats and or super stickers throughout the show at any time as well.
Man, fuck Lions, Niners, bro. It's low versus Jordan tonight, bro. That's what we watching for.
It is low versus Jordan night. I ain't gonna lie. That's whoever the winner to get $600.
I thought he conceded. I thought he said GG's. I thought it was over.
Nah, anything can happen tonight. Anything can happen tonight.
Low was up 7, and Low got Kittle. Jordan is down 7, and Jordan got Gibbs.
So, I was saying,
Jordan's down 7, and he got Gibbs.
Yeah.
If Terry
I ain't
come
gonna
on,
lie.
give him
That's a
12
wrap
points,
for
he
Bo.
win.
I ain't
All
gonna
he
lie
needed
to
was
you.
12 points from Terry. 12 points, he win, bro.
You just wonder.
Easy.
Because,
Easy.
Yeah,
Shout out AJ Terrell.
You just wonder because Detroit has nothing to play for, how long their guys are actually going to play.
I think they'll play
they're still
half.
playing for the division, big bro.
No, not tonight.
Next week.
Tonight's result does not matter.
But if you were to lose tonight, wouldn't that technically
No, we don't gotta stay here. We don't gotta stay here. No. No matter what, next year is for.
Because y'all see him in the last week. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all still had a tiebreaker.
I think they're gonna play a half. I think they're gonna play like a half. Dan said they're gonna play for real. He said that last week though. I don't know if he was aware of like the actual.
But that's media.
Scenario.
That's media speak,
Well, yeah, but again, I think there is some of that in Dan where he'd be like, "We just gonna play. We're just gonna play." Sure. But I don't think he knew the full scenario when he said that. So I think they're gonna play, but not the full game.
Yeah, play a quarter, play a half, whatever, and then just like chalk it up. Okay. So hey, I mean, if you get your 7 or 12 points or whatever in that time, then shout out. But who knows? We'll see what happens.
Takes one drive.
He might get that shit in the first quarter, nigga.
Maybe.
It's just weird because the Niners also don't have shit to play for, but they've been playing. So
that nigga Brock Purdy trying to get his money on game.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
So take the Tim Patrick receptions, big bro.
If
Niggas
it's
said y'all
over
2.5.
over 2.5, sure.
So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and shift to NBA now. If anybody that's here that wants to talk NBA, feel free to come to the stage. Really debating between playback or not.
If you see anybody like request that, you can
You
drop
know,
me a
you know,
picture.
there's
They can
not
speak
enough people.
NBA. I
This
just came
team,
over
this
here for
this
football.
stage
I
not
ain't
big
gonna lie.
enough, bro.
Yeah, I know that's why I be
That's
switching.
the
To
only
be honest.
problem. This shit don't be big
Yeah,
enough.
that's literally the only reason why I be switching, bro. Literally, that's literally the only reason why I be switching. I be trying to debate between, but I don't want to do it every single time though. But today I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna do power rankings too today. Around I'm gonna start with power rankings actually. Yeah, top 10 power rankings. All right, everybody that's in here, I was telling you all about the Fact and Stats playback room earlier today. Playback is playback.tv/facts and stats. The link is in the description. She says Braun birthday turn up. The link is in the description. The show is going to move there just for NBA talks today. We're going to do the top 10 power rankings, ranking the top 10 teams in NBA. And then we're also going to be talking about the games/news around the NBA this past weekend, such as the trade to Dorian Finney-Smith, Heat Rockets, OKC, Grizzlies, Memphis, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So playback.tv/facts and stats. It's going to be nothing but NBA talks in it. The room is now live. Playback.tv/facts and stats. The room is now live. I will see y'all there. Again, the link is right in the description to join. It probably says live nightly watch parties. But thank y'all for joining the show today on the YouTube side of things. If you want to continue to join, to be a part of the show or listen to the show, it's going to move to playback. Playback.tv/facts and stats. Thank y'all for all the support today. It truly means a lot. And I will see y'all in the playback room. Playback.tv/facts and stats. And do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube.